Windy City Showdown is back. Golden T-Mobile hits the road and comes calling on Addison, Illinois' Pyramid Sports Bar.
Rumley will hit first, it looks like. That line is great. That line is great.
The Windy City Showdown 2 is run by the players for the players and has a bracket for all skill levels. Come test your mettle against competitors from across the globe.
Tony was built for shots like this, situations like this. That line is great. And he punches it. Double aces from two of the very best. Just have to find your line. And it is. Oh! Clutch shot from Walter Flores. Money.
What an assassin.
Tilt with a two iron.
Tilt's going
Tilt
in.
2 iron.
Love it. I actually hate it, but
Does he have that shot? That's left. Was slide
I almost hit that dude.
Oh! What an effort. I'll tell you when I see this shot where it's going to end up. Oh, he played more for it this time. And the match is over. The Windy City Showdown champion, Lance Harris, holds out with an Oberyn.
Incredible shot. I had a great time.
I did too.
I'm sure you did.
This event,
Great event.
player run, the first of its kind, with the help of IT.
Who will lay their claim as being the best live Golden T-Mobile player in the world? Who will rise? Who will fall? It's the Windy City Showdown 2, the Players' Championship. You do not want to miss this.
Welcome, Golden T-Mobile community. Here we are, Sunday, Showdown Championship Sunday. And we're kicking it off with the King of the Hill match for the bronze division. We've got Goat Boy Ian Tomlinson. Hails just outside. He's only about 50 minutes north of Chicago. Easy trip in for him. And we've got Chris Jones, Bone Jones 18. And we're taking it to Crawdad Swamp. This is going to be exciting. These players have really come a long way. Their game has improved. It's unbelievable. Ian's been great to get to know the last about month or so. He said he was coming prepared to play. He would reach out to me asking me about a couple shots. How do I hit this? What's this look? How do you do this? He's got his headphones on. He is gaining it up today. But it's just great to see, some of these guys in the bronze division. I mean, I think they were shooting. The disparity in, from bronze to gold is not that much. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day. All right, here we go. Number 1, Bones Jones. Looks like he's going to fire away. They might go at the same time here. A little miss swipe there. No problem. 6 feet, no points. Points don't mean anything today. Ian Tomlinson just slides it by. And they're off to hole 2, the par 4 over the trees. A good look here, down 9. Let's see, Bones 274. High tee. This is really makeable. It's going with a grabber. I'd really like to see them hit a jab here. I think it's more of the makeable shot, but the room is really quiet. We've got everybody playing their matches. We've got some losers brackets. We've got some folks that are in the final 4. Silence upon the crowd. And I will wait to play Moneyball. Here we go. They're going to fire away at the same time. There goes Goat Boy. Sniper. Little left. Get to the right. Get to the right. Hangs on. Grabber coming in from Bones Jones. 20 feet or so. 21. It's been a great weekend. For those that are watching, you gotta make this trip. If you're in the area, if you're not in the area, we've got 4 or 5 international players, Canada, Thailand, all represented. A couple ways to play this hole. You can go with the jab. I think they're both lining that shot up. It looks like it could be a 1 or 2 iron, 3 iron sniper wouldn't in there. Bones firing away here. Silver tee, I think. Little left on a swipe. Little left on the approach. The nerves are real. You can see it. Ian with a great swipe here. This looks good. Do it. Oh, man. Points. Couple birdies, though. Moving on to hole 4. I love this course because it starts you off so easy. You know, you've got an easy makeable 1. You've got 2 that's never really too hard. 3 is makeable. And then we get to the back 9, and this course really starts to show its teeth. Anything can happen on the back 9 at Crawdad Swamp. Yeah, there's a couple ways to play this one. I think they're both playing to the island that I usually go to. Yeah, that one. I know some people like to play it to the right island, or maybe even go to the far island if you can get there. Easy. Ooh, just hangs on. This is a tough flag. Bones firing away. 7-wood jab. Ooh, nice shot, nice shot. Doesn't come out of that rough as much as you'd think, so that's a good aggressive play. Going back to Goat Boy, Ian Tomlinson on the left here. He's got 7-wood as well, going with the sniper. Full shot. Might be a little deep. Nope, perfect. That'll work. It's a pretty good look here on hole 5. Not tucked too far behind the tree, but a good pin location. A little bit of a tough wind. You got to hook it around it a little bit. 7-wood sniper coming in. Oh, I think he's got it too far out there. Oh, he's got it too far out there. He's going to have a chip. Well, that's not the worst thing. Not in the water. No harm, no foul. Ian ready to launch. He's got this thing right at the flag. Straight back, a push to the right. Hook. Just catches the fringe. He'll tap that in for eagle, no doubt. And we're looking at Bones, flop wedge. Jab from 20 yards. Needs this or he's going to drop a stroke. You know, it's fun. It's fun to just see these guys. You know, they show up. I think this is Ian's definitely first time. I think Bones was here last year, so he's used to a little bit of the pressure of live play. Do it. Oh, he just misses the chip. He's going to be down 1 going into hole 6. But again, this is Crawdad. Anything can happen here. King of the Hill match. The winner goes to King of the Hill. The loser will go down into the loser's bracket, but we'll be playing in the third place match. So just needs to win 1 down there and come back up. Bones down 1. Not the nicest flag here. You'd like to see something maybe in the right side or left side where you could hit more of a sniper stinger, jab stinger in there. Bones going with the Bones is thinking about it. Looks like Goat Boy's got his shot selection set. Orbit's coming in here. Deep enough, deep, a little deep. It's all right. I don't think he knows he's got a stroke up on Bones, though. Bones flirting with it. Some GSPs, close enough. All right, on to the 7th. This is where it starts to get fun. 7's a good hole. 8, the par 3 could set up tough. 9 gives you an opportunity, and then we go to the back 9. The thing about this tee shot is you got to be careful. You don't want to run it all the way through the fairway. I think we're far enough back here. Yep, that'll be fine. You go too far, and then you get blocked out by the trees. Still going to be a little look. He's going to have to cut that a little bit. Bones gets it down there a little farther up on top of the hill. He's going to have a little cleaner, maybe straighter look. I'm going to go ahead and sip on this Bloody Mary. Get me going this morning in preparation for my match. Calm the nerves a little bit. So Bones has a really clean look at it. Goat's going to have to cut this a little bit. Straight at the flag. He takes it back, slides it out there. All right, that's going to leave him a little testy putt. Ooh, 57 feet. No gimme here. I don't know which way he's turning. Okay, I hope he realized it was a left 5, not a right 5 there. Had me nervous for a minute. Bones straight back, straight through. Good line, go. It's going to be a little short too. Oh, Ian. Low left. Gives a shot back. As I said, 7's not an easy hole. You don't get it close. Ooh. Slides it in. He's taking a peek. He wants to know where he's at. Oh, he knows. He knows he got a shot back there. It's tied up through 7. Good match. Couple good shots. Couple misses. This is a really good look. I'd love to see one of them hit that sniper shot. You can even hit a jab through iron in here, but I'd love to see. It looks like a perfect 50% one iron stinger. But you know, when the nerves are there, you kind of go to those shots of comfort. And a jab 9 iron here definitely is a comfortable shot. Is this far enough left? Does it get there? Does it get there? No. I think Bones is going to hit the same exact shot. Bones just hit the same exact shot. 34.09. Let's see how many GSPs Bones gets. Same exact shot, 114. 65, and he got it a little closer there, but same shot, same result. And we are tied through 8. Bronze King of the Hill match. Exciting stuff. You know, I don't think these guys were like, you know, probably the top. They were probably mid-pack in terms of favorites. I think Lumpy, you know, was the odds-on favorite, definitely judging by the Calcutta money that came in. I mean, he's a gold player, so respectably so. He got dispatched. He went 0-2, unfortunately. But it's awesome to see some of the, and that just tells you, gold player, right? Went 0-2 in the bronze division. That tells you how good this division really is. Bones bringing it in from the right. Get. Whew. Thought he pushed that a little bit too much. Here we go. Interesting to play sniper in here. I like the jab play. Let's see. Oh, that looked good coming in. All right, 12 for Bones at the turn. No harm, no foul. Had the one drop. 12 from Goat Boy. Here we go, back 9. Now the fireworks will start going off. This hole, I'm telling you what, you know, the more times you play it, I don't think it ever gets any easier. You're still looking for that little window. You're still trying to figure out, does it get over that tree? Does it not? Do I need a maniacs? Do I hit a grabber? I'll tell you what, this is a really good look here. This is a tough look. Wind blowing left to right, pin all the way on the left, behind the trees. Looks like Bones is ready to launch. 4-wood, sniper, medium T. Looks like we might be off and running here for Bones. Straight back. Is he going to hook it around? Nope, straight through. Ooh, nice shot. Nice shot from Bones. Right through the tree. Perfect. Ian going with an HLD sniper. He's going to have to take. Oh, Bones just missed the putt. Oh, God. Go. Okay. Missed putt. That misses the green, but he can get this. He can make this. This would be a big chip. Big chip from Ian. To take a one-stroke lead right here. He doesn't know it, but that was very fortunate to end up far enough back from the wall he can get this up and over. Bones going to the right side here. Oh, he just leaves it short. So they both drop a shot, but they exchange birdies at the 10th. They'll go to the 11th, still knotted up. Bones going to the right side, playing the short way on this hole. See what Ian does. I think he's going to take a look at it as well. No, yeah, I mean, you can get it down there. I don't know if you can get it far enough down there to where you'd have a better look if you went to the left. Up and over, and ooh, he just skates it by. Birdie on 11 for Bones. Looks like Goat Boy's going to go to the right as well. So he'll end up in the relatively same vicinity. We'll see if he hooks it a little bit around the tree. All right, take a quick peek at 12. Well, Goat hits his tee shot on 11. Bones, not a horrible look here. A good flag. Oh, Goat hits the tree. Is it going to give him a look? Is that tree going to go? Oh, the tree went away. The tree went away, so he's not going to be affected there. Oh, this is right. Get a piece. Ooh, it just gets through the tree. Just catches a piece of the right side. He is breathing heavy after that one. Goat will hit his second into the par 4 11th. Jab up and over and just not hard enough. So they'll be knotted after 11. Bones with a big putt on 12. That is huge. Gets lucky to kind of get through the tree. Validates by making the putt. We'll see if Goat can match here and hold set. Hold serve. Whatever the tennis term is. I think it's hold serve, right? Bones off and running on 13, par 3. Good look. We're going to get through 14, the par 4, and then it's going to get interesting. Let's see how Ian does here. I don't think he has it far enough out there. This is gonna be very similar to stay left. Stay left. All right, that's a nice shot. It's so hard sometimes. You want to play that. You don't want to play that so far out to the left, but that wind really takes that 6, 7, 9 wood in there. So hold set. Knotted up through 12. Bones is about a hole and a half ahead of Goat right now. It's a good look for Bones. Ian go with the sniper. The jab is going to be off and away. Bones come down the hill. Little deep. Little deep. Birdie doesn't hurt. Not going to give up a shot there, and then we're going to go to 15, and we're going to really start to see things get exciting. I'm not going to get too excited. I'm no Chad Schrump, but Tomlinson, 4-iron, sniper, 6 feet, 16 feet. Tied up through 13. Bones is taking a peek. He wants to know where he's at. I can't blame him. You know, you're going to 15. If you're up 2 or 3 strokes here, you're probably laying up, especially with this look. This is a really, really ugly look. This is as probably difficult as it gets. Into the wind, even if it was downwind, it would be still very, very difficult. So this is one of those things where do you lay up here? Do you take par out of play? Force your opponent to make an eagle if he wants to go ahead. But if you hit it through the trees and you make bogey, you make par or bogey, or the tournament can end right here for you, right? That's the decision you have to make. I got to be honest. If I hit this look and I'm in King of the Hill match, I'm laying this up because I'm not going to lose the tournament on that shot. I'm not going to hit that in there and it gets stuck and I make bogey, par or bogey, and give 1 or 2 shots up. If my partner can make it through there and he can beat me, make an eagle there, good for him. I'll take him the chance there. So I think it's a smart play by Bones. Tied up. Don't do anything dumb. Don't take yourself out of the tournament. It's match play. You got to know where your guy's at a little bit. I think he knew that. If he was down 1, if you're down 1 or down 2 there, I think you've got to might have to take a chance. But he's probably got just as good a chance of holding this as he did hitting the. I mean, he's probably got a better chance of holding this than he did hitting the driver through the tree. Ian's going to lay up as well. He's got a Maniacs up and over the tree. Oh, my goodness. I've never seen that not get over. He doesn't get over. Goes in the water. Bones sniper on the green, but he's going to leave a testy putt. He's got a 36-footer. No gimme here. Ian's in the water. He's hitting 3. Wow. I mean, if you're going to lay it up, you got to just lay it up. You can't bring trouble into play there. I think he got a little aggressive with that tee shot, hooking it around the trees. Bones cleans it up. Nice birdie. He doesn't. I don't think he knows that Ian watered that. He's got to just assume this is his layup. Ian up, over, come back down. Nice effort. Some GSPs, but he's going to make par and drop a stroke. I don't think Bones knows it, though. He'd have to take a look up. He's got to think he's tied up here. But he's 1 down, but listen, we've got the 16, no gimme here. Bones going to go with the sniper, pretty conservative shot. That's going to be really nice, perfect. He's going to make birdie. I like Ian's thought here. I don't think he has it out there far enough to the right, but I like to play with the jab, give himself a chance to hold it. Going to be a little long. He's going to leave a little lengthy putt. You know what? I'm taking a peek over here at 17, though. This is no gimme. This is no gimme. Let's see if Goat can clean this up. He does. All right, 1 down going into 17. I'm not sure where Bones is looking. He might be thinking about laying this. I think he's laying this up. This does not get there. Okay, I think it's a conservative play. I think he's playing. Maybe he knows he's up 1. He's taking trouble out of play there. He's going to go with the flop wedge. Just get this on the green. Make his birdie. Up 1. Ian's got to know he's down 1. I don't think he's looked up. I haven't seen him take a peek. This is definitely gettable. This is an aggressive line. Who's going to go first? All right, Bones, I think, is going to lob it up there first. They're going to swing at the same time. Oh, Bones on the green. We got to take a look at Goats. Get to the right. All right, he needs to make that chip. I think if he would have swiped that straight, he could have had a putt. This is a big big chip. Bones cleaning up his birdie. 17, 21 under. This is a big chip. 18 win in the face. Long hole, but I mean, that's no gimme. That's a tough one to get all the way to the hole. Big chip by Ian. Silence with the crowd in here. I'm ready to see it erupt. Guys have come out of their match. They're watching intently. Just a bit short. That's all right. He's down 1, going to 18. I don't know if he sees it. He's going to wait. He's going to take a look. Okay, he's got to know he's down 1. Yes. Awesome. All right, so we've got Bones. He's got a dicey putt. He's going to wait. I think he's waiting until Ian to hit. This is a tough putt. Down 7, lefty, 42 feet, water behind. I think he's going to let it rip. Yeah, that drive, that HLD just doesn't get there. You've got to commit to that full driver, or even a jab would be. Yeah, Ian's going down and getting the driver. I like it. Bones letting it fly. Oh, and he gets it. Slides it in, 42-footer. He's going to force Ian to make this. If I was Ian, I'd want to know that. I'd probably get aggressive. I'm hoping this gets there. Let's see. Reach. Oh, looked good off the tee shot. So it looks like Bones Jones is locked up. King of the Hill. But don't count Ian out. He's going to move to the loser's bracket. What a match. It was awesome to see. Bones by 1. Congrats. All right, guys. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with another match just after this.
Welcome back to Pyramid Sports Bar. I'm Chad Shrimp, and we are getting ready to go to a Gold Division winner's side match to determine who goes to the King of the Hill match between that man right there. That's Riley Hitchcock. Already has punched his ticket to the 2023 Golden T-Mobile World Championship in Vegas. He will be facing Joel Wilburn. Joel is a live tournament player, always steps up, cool under pressure, and he is undefeated so far in this tournament, qualified for gold. The best buy in all of the Calcutta. Moneyball and Tilt Nasty. So we are playing on Pine Coast. Starting out, obviously, the front nine, Joel and Tilt Nasty. Might want to switch screens. There we go. Tilt Moneyball. Hole 1 for Tilt Nasty. He is eyeing a 3-iron orbits. Wants to land just past the cup and bring it right back. All about getting the math right. That looks really nice. Needs to come back hard. Great shot points for Tilt Nasty, looking for the early hole out. Joel Wilburn did not hole out hole 1. Joel is looking at hole 2, par 3. 3-iron sniper for Joel. Nice swipe. Little right. That's going to be an easy birdie. Now Tilt is going to fire a 1-iron sniper. Joel already 2 under par. Front 9 on Pine Coast is a 13 under par. And the back is minus 16. So a par effort from these two players is 29 apiece. Let's see how they perform under pressure. Both handle it extremely well. Here's Riley. To me, doesn't look like that swipe was pulled back straight and leaves it a little short. So that'll be a birdie for Riley. And Joel is motoring, already getting ready to hit his approach here on the 3rd hole. Par 4. Not the best look at a hole out here. But he did go to the right side of the fairway to give himself a decent line at it. That is well left and deep. I think Joel might have bad mathed on that one. This is his first big test. Let's see how the nerves are. He's got a chipper. Looks like a 20-yard chip. This should be no issue. Bingo. Big chip for Moneyball. Nerves seem to be fine. Here's Riley Hitchcock. This will bounce right. And that's out of the range of GSP. He will have a birdie. So we're still tied after 3 holes, although Joel is a little bit further along, but not much. Riley took quite a bit of time on hole 2 trying to set up for that stinger sniper. Morning, Lance Harris. Miss your brother. Pennsylvania, good morning. Ashley Anderson watching. Par 5, 2 different ways to go about this one. Joel throws it up there. That will be an eagle. Now Riley will run this at it. That's great shot points. Yes, yes. 9,300. He will tap that in for eagle, so we are all square after 4. Now to the drivable par 5 through the trees. And that looks like a juicy setup, to be honest. Straight wind, go right over the top of those trees. He could, if he wanted, he could hit a 2-iron high, bring it back, can do a lot of things. He's going to go 6 foot low. I love that play as well. Can't hit that 100% though. Riley looking at it with a 5 wood orbits. Let's see what Riley ends up doing here. Here's Joel. Hits it a little less than 100. It's coming back. That will be an eagle putt. Ooh, and Joel barely gets that in. But he's in. That's an eagle. Here's Hitchcock. Oh, that looks fantastic. Good shot from Riley. No tee, 5 wood. Just clears those trees and comes back violently. And that's an eagle. 7 under apiece going into hole number 6. Windy City Showdown, the second version. 40 players descended upon Chicago. Addison, to be specific. Had an incredible weekend. Didn't think you could. Ooh, there's our first mistake. Joel's got to putt through this fringe. He went a little long. Takes his time. Needs this one desperately. Riley makes very few mistakes. This will break hard left. And it did. He just missed left. The first chink in the armor for Joel Wilburn. Although he has been a hole-out machine this weekend. Joel will probably need to get something back again because Riley makes very few errors. Although the back nine will present itself with mistake opportunities, even for the best, Pine can be a very fickle beast at times. Joel steadily playing along, still a touch ahead of Riley, not much. Riley is in the fairway safely. Joel taking his time on this very important approach into the par 5. The ideal situation, hit this just short and let it run to the cup, but you have got to make sure you get it above the fringe and it's got to land cleanly on that green. But that one does. That one does! Joel Wilburn immediately gets that stroke back. Joel has been a hole-out machine this entire weekend. Here is Riley. He bounces over the hole. And now we have a tied match again. Just like that, Joel gets his stroke back. And we are 10 under par each going into the drivable par 4. What a shot from Joel. Took his time after missing that putt on 6. And gets that stroke back. Right back in this match. Good shot from Joel. That's an easy putt. Riley surveying the tee box, trying to find a good line. Something that catches his eye. And he has found his spot. High tee coming up for Riley. Will hit a 4 wood. How much will he hit? Looks like he's going 99%. A short 100. Kicks out to the left, lands on the fringe. He will have that for an eagle. Joel pulls out the Ranger. And he is in on 9. So Joel, with a 1 better, 1 worse, 13 under par, has a double eagle on the front after a mistake. And barring a Riley hole out, they will be tied going into the back 9. Big shot here for Joel. Oh, and he hits the tree. Joel hits the tree and now has to really think about how he wants to approach this hole. There is a tree right in front of him. Riley does not ace 9, but I'm sure Riley has heard that Joel had an error on the drivable 10th hole par 5. Joel Wilburn, this is his biggest shot of this entire tournament. He is pulling out the big stick with a Ranger, hoping to get this somewhere in the sand, maybe a green. I don't know that it gets there. It does get there. Big shot from Joel. He will have a putt to save his eagle. Riley is going to be wet. Joel, what a turn of events. He makes the eagle. Riley will have a Ranger putt for eagle, maybe a chip. We'll see what he elects to do. He is putting, and he's in for eagle. So Joel makes a big error, but Riley leaves his drive touch short That was always going to be a tough shot. Joel with a great escape. And we are tied into 11. Joel with a sniper. A lot of wind will be blowing this from left to right. Joel is accounting for all of it. And it still floats well right. But that is in for a birdie. Riley will be much more aggressive. He is going javelin. Needs to clear the backside of that cliff face and land onto the green. Oh, and he just does. It lands sand, deadens the ball, rolls onto the green. He'll have an easy putt. So that is a birdie through 11. They're still tied, 16 under apiece. And we go to 12. Drivable par 4, 13 in the face. This has sniper or grabber written all over it. Down 5 green, can't hold basically without one of those 2 clubs. Joel with a 3-wood sniper. Riley is going to club up to a 310. No way he can hit this 100%. Joel is leaving that short, but it bounces down. Now here's Riley. Nice shot. 2 different ways to approach that. I like Riley's better, obviously. Got it almost to the hole. Joel with a long, straight putt. And he is in. That is dead center. Still tied through 13. Excellent pace amongst these 2 players. Riley and Joel Wilburn. Riley and Joel both safely in the fairway with Maniacs. They are almost hitting their shots at the same exact time. Morning, Jordan Scott. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday here at the Pyramid Sports Bar in Addison, Illinois. Tilt Nasty money ball for the right to get to the king of the hill. 2 pretty similar shots. Eagles on the way. Joel with the left 4, and he gets in, and now we go to the par 3. Set up very short. This almost feels like a new pro tee box. I've seen this the last couple of days. You don't see this often on pro settings. Is this expert or is this pro settings? I feel like this is a newer box. Haven't had this a lot. Joel is on the green. That will come down with a jav. Riley is on. That comes back. That's points. How many? 5,000 great shot points. Although in this scenario here in a live tournament, GSPs mean virtually nothing, because if these players are tied after 18 holes, we will go to sudden death. Both 21 under par. 15th hole, par 5. Both players look like they're pulling out a Maniacs, although Joel is using the big stick. Riley's got the 310. Let's see the difference. Riley lets his go. He is on. Joel lets his go. He is on, but Joel is going to have a longer putt. Tilt Nasty. Ooh, just bangs it in the right side. Joel, 53-footer to keep this match all square. And he's in as well. What a match between these 2. We go to the 16th hole. Par 5, probably the hardest hole on this entire course as far as trying to get GT par. Moneyball and Tilt Nasty. Riley Hitchcock looks like he's ready to hit first. Going to try to land on that small peninsula cliff face, and he has done a masterful job. That's in the fairway. Joel should be in. He's on this first cut of rough, but he should be fine there. Both players will have to hit a Maniacs to get up onto this green, and then this will take a wicked bounce to the left. But that's where the hole's at, so hoping to get that all the way on. Joel hits this 100%. He should have a downhill putt. Let's look at it. He does. Here's Riley. Riley, that is an excellent shot. He will tap that in. Great shot points for Riley. Joel with a humongous putt. Must make to keep this match square. Left 5. must make. Oh, and he just slides it past and it goes down. If he wants to stay within one, this is a huge shot. Sand wedge, javelin. It's up 8. It is hard to get that thing to the hole. It is very difficult. Riley, a chance to close this out if Joel cannot get this in. Oh, he makes it. Good shot there. So 1 shot lead for Riley Hitchcock. Par 3. Riley lets his javelin go. It's coming back down. Good shot from Riley. Riley almost needs a make, or rather Joel needs a make again. That's not going to be one. Only hope now for Joel is that Riley somehow makes a mistake here on 18. Joel needs to figure out potentially a way to get this shot in the cup. Not the easiest setup of all time. Riley's found himself a nice window. 320 driver, high tee sniper. How hard does he need to hit this? 100%. Through the window, lands it just past the cup. Joel is going to need an ace here on 18. What a round from Riley Hitchcock. The only blemish on the card was hole 10, an eagle instead of a double eagle. Joel Wilburn must make this shot. He is going all out. This is an Orbits, and that's not going to get there. It is not going to get there, so Joel Wilburn will go to the loser's side. Riley Hitchcock has the first seat in the King of the Hill match in the gold division here at the Windy City Showdown. Go in there, Joel. Good shot from Joel. He will kick this in for par. Good match between Joel Wilburn and Riley Hitchcock. So once again, we are here at the Pyramid Sports Bar here in Addison, Illinois. And we are going to have more streaming matches today. Pretty sure I'm going to be on a stream shortly with Ryan Sparks for a seat in the silver division King of the Hill match between two players that neither one of us play on the iPad. So we'll see how that goes. Should be fun. Lance Harris, I do not think that you jinxed him, although your timing was impeccable. So I think we're going to throw this thing to break, and then we're going to get some more matches to you here coming up shortly. Thank you for watching. We'll be here all afternoon here at Pyramid Sports Bar.
Welcome back to Championship Sunday. We've got the King of the Hill silver bracket match, Chad Strump. I'm joined, and Ryan Sparks, Henry, joined by my buddy, Matthew Calderon, Calzone. How is it going?
Well, I'm out. Benji knocked me out on elk, but now I get to be here with you
Yeah,
on
we
the
get this
stream.
together, close. We played some golf this week. It was fun. That course was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, that wind.
It was brutal. I see Lance in the stream. I see Josh. Bogdanov Marineris. I think that's how you say his name.
Some
Bogdanov.
serious FOMO happening on the stream.
Yes, it's over, Lance. Everybody's just playing for fun. We took the Calcutta money to the casino last night. It did not work out real well. Players are going to be disappointed. That was Schultz's idea. I blame him. We had all good intentions, though. We were trying to double the money. I think everybody would have been excited. No, just teasing. All right.
So this is an interesting matchup. You've got two phone players.
It is. But Chad's got reps on the iPad. Like, I don't know if Sparks has played on the iPad. I remember last year Chad making the run for Worlds, switched to the iPad, and he was about to throw it against the wall, went back to the phone. He played doubles, though.
Yeah, in
on the
doubles,
iPad.
he had multiple holdouts on the stream on the iPad. And he can do it. Sparks, I think, has very little experience.
It's going to be interesting. You know, that first match on the iPad live, you can attest, it's a little bit nerve-wracking.
Oh, yeah. I can still remember not being able to feel my finger swipe on the screen. It was a putt on Elk 4 against Whammy, and it just, veered off to the right. Somehow managed to, talk about nerves. Elk 1, first ever time live on stream. You get down to the bottom,
Yeah.
and you've got to swipe straight. And we watched that year at World Championship 8 different matches, all approached that shot, so 16 players. And it was interesting to watch how many times some people pulled back. I think Barrett Detterman, played really fast the rest of the time, but we watched him backswing.
Is that the hole you spent 3 minutes on the first hole?
Not me. Barrett, though. I
Barrett
think
spent 3 minutes.
So,
Okay.
But
I was going to
and
say,
then
I
after
watched
that,
you.
he was a killer. So it was like night and day. But yeah, that's crazy nerves to do that the first
All right,
time.
I think we're going to give Henry a minute. He's going to hit a couple campaign shots just to at least get the feel of the iPad. I think that's what we're doing. Yep, Chad's in there campaigning. Lance, I see Lance is asking who's still left in gold. I believe you've got Booyer and me in the King of the Hill match. We've got Moneyball.
Chubby Cox.
Chubby's on the loser
Phil Rumley.
side. Phil moved on, and
Benji.
Benji.
Yeah.
Benji. All right. I think it's good that we're giving Sparks a chance to hit a few shots in the iPad. I certainly wouldn't want to come out here and see him just, start out like par, bogey or something. Of course, Chad's got the feel. Look at that. Hole in one, playing Desert Valley 6. Chad, you should put that on YouTube. Save that replay. He says he's going to send that replay to the group. I know. We're talking about it. That's all right. This is what we wanted to see, though, was a couple phone players have to come up, play on the stream, play on the iPad. This is going to be a war of attrition here, I think.
Do we know what course they're playing?
That's a great question. We're going to find out. Mystery spin. All right, here we go. I think we're going to get started.
Desert
Valley.
That must be why they were campaigning that a little.
The course, how do you feel about this? I swear I can never make one. Like 20% of the time I make one.
One, I'm like maybe 40%. I'm really good at this course, this first hole. The biggest thing is how far back the pin is, how much runway you have, and then what the crosswind is.
Do you ever try to play it like through the palm trees over here and
yeah,
get
I do.
down there
Yep.
like 80 yards or so?
If the pin is tucked back, like, on that right edge and the wind is helping enough. So like where Sparks is, for me, this is like a 1-click left 0 bird. The undulation in front of the pin should not be a factor. But now, hey, you're a phone player.
Here we go. Spark.
Welcome to the big leagues.
Sparks has the O-Bird. I couldn't tell what Shrump got. I'm going to assume he has a 3-iron. No, that's got to be a 2 or 1. Just outside for Chad. Sparks with the O-Bird. Oh, that's, yep, there's that. Yep.
There's that first swipe. Now, this is going to be a tester, right? You just ranger putt this in and hope you
think,
get it straight.
Yeah, you think, but the putting's going to be tough.
Yeah. So now this is a interesting look. It looks like they can't quite go straight at it. If you try to go straight at it, it's short. You're, in no man's land in the sand.
Do you try to mania? I would think. I'm surprised to see Trump going with the jab here. Does this go far enough?
So he might just be trying to get it out there for like a 12-foot putt
That's
right
at
of the
it.
hole.
That's at it. Long enough.
Oh,
That'll do.
yeah.
I feel like we never see that flag very often. Oh, this is a little left again. Both
So that's
swing.
the problem where we're sitting. We can't quite see the shot map as good as the players can, I think.
In for eagle. No harm, no foul. Chad going with an orbits.
Looks like a grabber.
Yes, it is. This deafening silence over the crowd. Let's do it. Big hop.
Well, most of the people here are still playing matches. You've got the consolation bracket for everyone who went 0-2. You've got all the other brackets playing. Kind of subdued in the room right now. Everyone partied hard yesterday.
Yes.
Relaxing a bit today.
Yes, I'm just going to head out later today. Got a couple late flights, but some people are staying tonight.
All right. So
This is,
Chad,
where are we going here?
so Chad is, riding this slope right. He probably played it a little bit back too far. He's going to have a maniacs in, and he's going to have to avoid those tree branches, which is the
literally-
biggest problem.
I think I just learned something. I don't know if I ever go there. Do you go there?
I go there if the wind is going more left to right. But where I've just started going is that other nub. So when you're on the back tee,
Yeah.
depending on the wind, depending on the pin, I'll play to the last corner of the fairway straight ahead and then come in from there.
I need to learn these shots. See, this is why we talk about it. We got the community. We try to help each other out. You can't learn it all on your own.
Well, I don't know. You teased me that there's a shot that you have in your bag that you're not telling anyone about.
On this
Now
hole?
I've been no, I don't know. You didn't tell me what hole. You said you have one shot on one hole that you're not telling anyone about.
Oh, Dubai. Royal Dubai. Yes, I will tell you
Well, now
now.
I know the course.
Now I know it, yes. I've shown it to a few people. I don't know if I'd ever hit it in a match, though. This is where I always go. Or up a little higher, but that's a good shot. I mean, it's got to leave a testy putt for the phone putter. Chad safely on. A little deep. Colleen's up the eagle. Full hole ahead now.
Oh, okay. So I don't.
And there's the nerves. There's the difference.
I
The
think
turn-
that's more iPad versus nerves, but
Well, yeah. I mean, on a phone, that'd probably a couple clicks, and then on the iPad, it starts to turn
now Chad
exponentially
is playing with fate with that corner. I feel like there's funny things that happen.
more. He pushed it. He knew he was. He wasted his hole out in campaign mode.
Yeah.
All right, he's up. He's up one though. He may or may not know that. Sparks going with the sniper up and over, and that'll work.
Good solid shot. Get it back.
I think you start to press. You missed that mid-range 45, 50-footer like he did. Now you're thinking, I got to get it close, right? I don't want another one of those.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting, if you're playing this first time on stream, nerves typically are a factor. You can kind of play for the safe spots on the green, but then making those putts sometimes isn't easy.
Long way in here for Shrump. Miss a tree. Wow. He flirted with danger there. That could have been disaster, but we move on.
Oh! Hey!
Give him the ball. Trophy. Hand it out.
Trophy right now.
Unbelievable. Off the sand. Kareem's to the right in the hole. Look at this.
All right. So we have our winner of the weirdest hole out of the weekend trophy right
On the
here.
stream, nonetheless. Weird hole out. This is it's like a copper ball. This thing's got to weigh at least 2 or 3 pounds. Awesome. Give that to the man on the stream. He's got to take a break.
No one can do better. The whole.
Wow, we've got some of our tech guys are giving us some insider info. We're gonna put it on. We absolutely did. Yep, it's out there in the public though. Wow, what a shot!
I'm glad I was here to see that happen live.
Now, okay, we've handed out the trophy. We're settling back in.
I mean, that seemed like something Chris Tendall would do.
I mean, that's going to be, we're posting that. We're tagging everybody. Tom O'Rourke, if you're out there, we're tagging you. Tom Ruski, what's his last name? I don't know. Tom Pouch. We're tagging you.
All right, so Chad is going aggressive.
Oh, that's a good look. That's a nice shot. I tell you what, phone player trying to hit that shot. I wouldn't hit that. I would have gone around just not in these circumstances.
Yeah, there's a good video, I guess head-to-head. I was playing.
This looks good. Get up.
Ooh. I guess I was playing, can't even remember who I was playing. It was in the first year of world qualifying. Get to head-to-head match and come up to that hole and nerves as hell and swipe, and it goes like to the right through like the smallest gap in trees, not at all where I aimed, and made it through, made the putt.
Good chip from Sparks. He gets a shot back, but then he gives it right back. Par fives have kind of gotten him. Chance 13 through the front. I think Chad's one off, right?
Well, so if he gets eagle here,
so we're tied
and
up.
then he so yep.
I think we missed Chad's putt on the par 5. He must have missed that. He's going to wait.
Okay, this is
55 years.
This is not going to be an easy putt for him.
This is where it's tough. When you're used to turning on the phone, yeah, he's overturning.
Well, no, look at his swipe. I mean,
was it
it was
off?
Way off. So he's turning and then also compensating, and I mean, it's natural, right?
Yeah. Chad's waiting for him to catch up, and I think this is the right play. This gives him a chance to settle in, calm his nerves, know where he's at the turn. You like this, or would you just keep going?
Yeah, so I made that mistake. I stopped. I was on Pine 10 last year on stream versus Rick at the World Championship, and he was finishing up 6. And I said, I'm going to wait. And I waited, and I waited.
And you're still waiting.
And finally he hit his tee shot on 8, and I'm like, okay, I'm not waiting anymore. I'm just going to go. But at that point, nerves weren't a factor. I was just playing station to station, playing my game.
Yeah.
When I stopped, I all of a sudden started thinking about the game. So for me, it didn't work out.
Yeah. No, it's tough. You got to stay in your game. That's the hardest thing, especially when you're sitting across from your opponent.
All right, so we've got a 1-stroke lead.
I think Strump's going to get back in. Yep, here he goes. Took a break. Calm the nerves. There's a lot of hype after that hole-in-one.
Yeah, and if you're Chad and you hear the crowd, react like that, it's going to shake you up a little.
Well, my hope here on the backside is that, we get some good setups on 12, 14, 16, maybe 17.
All right, so
Get
Chad,
up.
Yeah, I didn't think that was going to make it.
Wow.
Now Henry, he's playing just a safe island, so we've got essentially a tie game again.
Yeah, there was no way, no driver was getting there.
Yeah, no, he played high tee, driver, maniac, straight at it, and just
stay up, hang on.
This hole still gives me fits. When I can't get to that far island, I'm still guessing half the time on approach shots.
Oh, from here, whether you hit driver, over.
Like this, he's got a window there. He can go straight over that hill with a regular driver, probably even javelin and get through that rough.
All right, Schrump's safely on. That'll be for 4, though, so he's going to drop a shot. Oh, right. Oh, wow. Look, that swipe was to the left. Oh, that's just tough to see. Settle in. Take your time on this one.
Now this, I mean, okay. I don't think he makes this. Maybe he gets lucky because it's mostly straight.
He's
But he hasn't
turning.
shown us enough in his putting to.
That's another.
Yeah.
He's, so he drops a shot, but he actually picks one up. So he makes birdie, picks one up on Schrump. Schrump missed a putt. They both missed putts. Schrump's water ball penalty hurt. And we're on to the 11th. Well, this is what I was saying, though. This is going to be like a war of attrition here. We're already seeing it.
Yeah, if I was either of them right now, I'm thinking, how do I hit snipers right at the cups? How do I leave myself the shortest putts and just survive this match?
I mean, there's some big Calcutta money at stake here. Even in the silver bracket, I think we had almost $3,000 in the Calcutta, $1,700 or so to the winner, almost $900 to second. So, prize pool aside, we've got a lot of Schrump short.
Okay, so this is good. Sparks gets an easy putt. He needed that.
So he's one up heading into the 12th. No, they're tied.
Yep. And if Sparks can avoid the bunker like Chad did here, then he's got a chance to pick a stroke up.
All right, here we
Now,
go.
I'd say
Big chip.
Chad's swipes are generally straighter than Sparks at this point.
I'd say, yeah, it looks that way. I think Chad got out of rhythm, though. I really think he should have just kept playing.
See, that's what I told you from my experience.
Can you load this and make sure you push our match through? I think it didn't register the last hole.
All right, Chad, water that.
Oh, yeah.
Looked like he did. Spark, stay left, stay out, stay out.
Okay, so,
In the
wow.
water again. I mean, Sparks can't get this there. He probably should take a look up. I don't think that gets there.
No, nothing's getting there. You got to play this to
And
the
if he-
right.
And if he looks up, he knows. This is where it's tough. Like, do you look up and you see your guys hitting 5? Or I mean, he looks up, he can lay up.
So, interestingly enough, had he aimed that a little more left, it might have cleared. I mean, there could be some serious damage there, though. Like, he's got that lake kind of right in front of the flag coming from here.
Chad with an 8
The
iron.
distance
This is
plays
aggressive.
funky.
Sit down. Oh, thank God.
Wow. So he cards a 6 there.
He's at 13. Sparks not out of the woods
Okay.
yet. Okay. Up and on. Makes a par. He's going to pick up 2. Where are we at? I think it's been back and forth. I think he's got a Sparks 2-shot lead. 2-shot lead.
Okay, so Chad's leaving himself. Nothing pretty here. I want to say he played just in HLD.
He played a sniper.
Sniper.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever hit sniper in here. Even if I have to maniacs and take a little off, it slides a chip right by.
Yeah. Well, this looked too like you hit high enough in those tree branches with
I-
the 4-wood
this
here.
This gets up. I don't think this is going to hit the palm trees. That's going to get too high. Nope.
No.
Nope. Perfect. Lovely.
Still tester pet.
Yeah. At least it's right to left this time, though. A little different look. Chad coming in with a sniper. Safe shot.
Oh, good shot by
15.
Chad. He needed to cut the damage there. Okay, so
Sparks just happy to get one in.
Chad is putting to go to 15 under.
It's 14, down 3.
Sparks is down. Sparks is up.
Lovely
Okay.
putt. All right. He thanks the golf gods. The golden tee gods giveth, and they taketh.
I mean, I'll say this. This match was Chad's to have. First time on stream for a phone player like Sparks. And
I mean, we're far from over here. That's safe. That's still a testy putt.
well, and I mean, was his swipe intentionally that much of a swinger?
Oh, and he goes right
Ooh,
side.
on the low side, and he gets the
2 in a
hook
row.
in.
Yeah, I don't think Chad you can't go for this. You cannot get there. And even if you did, you'd have a 120 footer.
So it's interesting, though. Sparks, attack 13. Maybe he gets close enough where he thinks he's got a chance to attack this. He drops 2 strokes or something.
Good. Let's see a whole lot. Let's see some fireworks here. This is one of those weird greens, right? It's up. It says up left 6, but it plays almost like it's down. It always slides
Yeah.
out. Probably 50. I'd say 55.
I think it's plays that way because you're actually much more below the hole than you think you are here. And so any shot you play in is going to hit the green at a different angle.
It just slides.
And then it slides. Kind of like Elk 10
What do you
when
think
you're on
here?
approach there. It hits the green and explodes.
I think 55%. Be on the safe side. That's like 117. Yeah, it looks like 56, 57. Yeah, easy. All right.
Right distance, I think, if he's
Hey, listen,
up higher.
17 has claimed a lot of victims in league, so it could very well claim one here.
Yep. Now this is a look, easy 0 bird sniper, but you're going to have to take something off if you play at 100%.
Sparks safely on.
Now the 1-iron, okay, he's going back
Yeah,
to 0 bird.
I
I mean, the
think-
1-iron should clear with this wind, but it's just not as high a percentage.
95. Yep, this looks good.
He's
Be
going to be
good.
a couple yards
Be
short.
good. Be good. Oh. Lovely shot.
He needed that to
Aggressive.
drop.
I mean, Sparks' swipe hasn't been great. If he misses the percentage here, we could be talking about tree, long left.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get that bad drop. And then
Ooh. So, advantage Chad. If he, why did he?
I think he might as well. Yeah.
Why is Chad setting up left when he had a straight 2-iron jab shot, being more right? Oh, he's playing 99. Boom, off, gone.
I'm saying, yeah, like
But he swiped straight.
he did. He hit it too hard. But if I'm
And
Chad,
now
why
we
not
have a
pause?
match.
I think this is go. Go a little. Go. Down. Easy. Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Stay up. Stay up. Oh my gosh. His swipe has been so left.
So
So where are we at?
where are we now? He's
Chad's in the bub at 19. Oh, I think it's over. I think Chad just came back. Go in.
he's going to be 17. So he needs
He's
to
got to hole
ace.
it. What a scorecard. Look at that Christmas tree. 19s. But O'Henry just made double bogey. He's got to have this. Oh, he's got no tee. It's not getting there.
So with that look,
Go.
are you hitting a 2-iron sniper or some type, or not sniper, but javelin, kind of riding that edge and rolling it in, or are you playing the safer,
I'm
loftier
probably
shot?
playing. I'd go take a look at it. It couldn't really tell whether you could get it there. Well,
Yeah, gold tee moving right.
Chad
totally
moves
could've.
on. What a match. Sparks drops to the loser's bracket, but Chad is king of the hill in silver. #1 seed moving to king of the hill. And we will be back after this with another match.
Yeah, but Sparks walked away with the trophy.
He did. That was an unbelievably lovely shot. Wow, what a match, Calzone.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, the person we probably thought would win won.
It was a war of attrition, 19 to 17, 19 to 18, 19 to 17, 19 to 18.
1918, yeah.
It was back and forth. They were both clearly rattled. Some missed swipes, some Sparks got a couple putts to fall that maybe were questionable.
And he got the ace on 6.
Well, I got to go
Well,
play it, so.
yeah. But I will hang on.
All right, guys. Tilt Nasty Calzone.
Yeah, so how are you feeling going into this match?
I feel good. I think Billier's hyped. I think it's going to play against him. I think he really wants this match, especially after last year. He was talking a lot of trash last night. We'll see. We'll have fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. You two are perhaps the best live players at the game. I mean, now that Lance is retired, I mean, Joel
And
Wilborn.
Rick's half retired. He's in the chat. I see him there. All right, guys, we're going to come back. King of the Hill match for Gold Division up next.
Yeah.
Tilt Nasty versus Booyah.
Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
See you guys.
The Windy City Showdown is back. Golden T-Mobile hits the road and comes calling on Addison, Illinois' Pyramid Sports Bar.
Rumley will hit first, it looks like. That line is great. That line is great.
The Windy City Showdown 2 is run by the players for the players and has a bracket for all skill levels. Come test your mettle against competitors from across the globe.
Tony was built for shots like this, situations like this. That line is great. And he punches it. Double aces from two of the very best. Just have to find your line. And it is. Oh! Clutch shot from Walter Flores. Money.
What an assassin.
Tilt with a two-iron.
Tilt's going
Tilt,
in.
two-iron.
Love it. I actually hate it, but
Does he have that shot? That's left. Was slide
it almost hit that dude.
Oh! What an effort. I'll tell you when I see this shot where it's going to end up. Oh, he played more for it this time. And the match is over. The Windy City Showdown champion, Lance Harris, holds out with an over.
incredible shot. I had a great time.
I did too.
I'm sure you did.
This event,
Great event.
player run, the first of its kind, with the help of IT.
Who will lay their claim as being the best live Golden T-Mobile player in the world? Who will rise? Who will fall? It's the Windy City Showdown 2, the Players' Championship. You do not want to miss this.
Welcome back. I'm joined here by Whammy, Tony Johnson. Good to see you.
You too. A couple of us that wish we were still playing, but we've shifted our efforts to the commentating, so hopefully we get to call a good match here today.
Yeah, far less pressure on this side of the table.
I don't know. Depends on the match.
Well, you just did you see any of that last match that we just had?
Yeah. It was. Hey, from a commentator's perspective, it was probably pretty difficult.
Yes.
We had a couple of phone players that were playing on iPads, and that'll happen.
We felt pretty painful for them, watching. Anything could happen. We were kind of seeing the putts as they were happening and thinking, yeah, there's no way this goes in. And sure enough, the swipe is off.
Yeah, I think for me, I very early on started as a phone player and then quickly transitioned over to the iPad. But the biggest transition for me was the putting. That was the hardest thing.
So,
all right, we're going.
Yeah.
Here we go. So, we got King of the Hill Gold match. We got Tilt Nasty versus Booyer.
Teal Gardens. And,
this is a fun course. There's lots of hole-out opportunities. There's a couple of, depends on the setup, difficult setups. So, this should be a fun match.
Yep. And we'll see, early on who's got that low approach stinger in their game. Riley's going 2-iron. I would play 1-iron here. Got really good at that. The Orbits feels like a lower percentage chance.
So I think Tilt Nasty is a player that plays a lot like you do, actually, in terms of stingers and stuff. And I think Scott Booyer is a player that plays a lot like me in terms of I probably would have played Orbits there. So it'll be interesting to see if that continues or is just hole one where we happen to get that difference.
No, when I started trying to learn those shots, I was always, 2-iron, 3-iron, 4-iron. Once I got confidence with the 1-iron that I knew my distances, I'm a killer with it.
Yeah, you're much more of a calculator in terms of the numbers and the percentages and the clicks and all of that. And I can do some of that, but that's just not my game. I'm a little bit more of a feel player. Not that you can only be so much of a feel player in this game. There's always math.
Yeah, for me, it's looking at a hole and asking myself, how could I hole it out?
Yep.
And then working backwards from there if you have a chance.
Yep. So interesting, two different approaches here. That pin is very talked, so I think Riley's probably playing a little bit safe here just to make sure he gets his birdie.
Yeah. Booyer probably wishes he was a little more left, got a little more of that kick down that hill for a low iron shot in.
Yep.
That's why you would play there. Okay.
This is one of those holes that's kind of set up. You can. I'm sure they're going to hit it maniacs over the top, but it's about judging the distance. You got the wind, you got the maniacs.
You've got
the
that
uphill.
little
Yep.
inset of the bunker.
Yep.
Play here, I think, is to leave it kind of right of the pin. Give yourself a downhill putt, mostly straight. I mean, I don't think this is the time in a match to try to land the nub.
Yeah, this is get an eagle if you can and get the heck out of
Bouyer's
there.
in great shape. Let's see, test his nerves now. Let's see how he's doing. Perfectly straight.
Yep, nailed it. Great shot.
All
Almost the
right,
exact
and
same
yep.
shot from tilt.
That's what you got to do there. I mean, some guys might play like a 3-wood and try to go to that spot, but holding that green that way.
I like what Scott almost did there. He was he decided to change it. He was going to move that ball all the way to the right to just get that little bit of better angle around that water, because this is a little bit of a dangerous stinger, just because that water is right in line. But it looks like he's going to go over the top of it. But I probably would have done what he was looking at, which is I probably would have hit it, moved all the way to the right.
I like Riley's play here. It definitely clears. It's not going to go over the green. He's got a shot to drop it in.
Yep. Did he hit it? I didn't see if
he hit a
100.
5-iron.
Did he hit 100?
Probably not quite.
So you got Booyer doing the classic 3-iron stinger.
No,
here.
I think this is too much. Oh, interesting. We can't see the whole shot meter, so I thought it was 100. It was actually 94. 100 definitely would have been over the green, which is why I said that.
All right, this is a fun one. I can't see where the pin is, but if that pin is we're about to see. Not the worst pin.
Nope.
It's still going to take a little bit of a precise shot to get over that pagoda.
Are you going over the pagoda on this look?
Yep. Yeah, from this tee box, unless there's a huge tailwind, I'm going
so
where Riley's going.
Bouyer's going to ride the runway over there. I think he plays it a little more left than I would want to. Stay in the fairway. Okay, he does. So, okay, two very interesting approaches now.
Yeah, so the approach that I always take is the one that Riley's doing here, 5-wood probably or 4-wood, depending on over the pagoda. But it's a delicate shot, especially.
Do you think
things
he's
get a little
too
nervy.
close to the pagoda? Does this get over?
I think it does, yeah.
And he's put in turn on it. Wow, great shot.
And then we got
And
Booyer
now
over
we see
here.
Booyer rides it down.
Nice safe shot.
Should be so.
Should be.
You can
maybe a
ranger putt that.
Yeah,
You can.
I probably would.
The longer
It's
it
less
stays in
nervy.
that fringe, though,
Yeah.
it does that.
Yeah, no, it's that. It was not the safest ranger putt I've
Alright.
ever seen, but
So both players should make a run at this look. And what's great is they're playing perfectly on pace with each other.
yeah, I've done some commentating in the past where you're 2 holes off, and all of a sudden you're commentating on 2 different setups and 2 different holes. But yeah, this is a green light, high loft driver maybe. Who knows? Personal preference at this point, whether you're running in low with a driver or higher with a 3-wood for me.
Yeah, I generally pick my clubs based on what club do I hit closest to 100% that gets as low to the ground as possible.
Sure, yep. They're going to swipe at the same damn time, aren't they? All right, here we go.
Ooh, okay, so Riley has a tester. Should not be a problem for him. I think he's high enough up on that
We got
lip.
a ranger chip. Good safe eagle by Scott there.
Yep.
We got a ranger
Riley
chip
makes
in.
it. I mean, that
Well done.
he's a good enough player. He's played under these conditions live before. He's not going to miss swipe that.
Yeah, my first round of the day, that might have been a tough one, but as you get a little warm, those chips for me get a little bit easier. So this one's playing downhill, downwind, down green. So like you got to be a little bit
Yep.
careful about not being
And we
too,
got a sniper
not going
and a
too long
jab.
on this.
Oh, wow.
So for me, the sniper math gets a little difficult or more complicated once you start dealing with elevation. And on this hole, we've got some elevation change. So I feel like if it's a flat 3-iron sniper, I feel like I'm pretty dialed in on that math. But you got to start taking percentages off.
Yeah, I'm never using a sniper like Riley
No,
did there.
I would have done what Scott did there,
yep.
but both great shots. They both got GSP.
All right.
We're playing pretty long here, so it might be a pretty long shot in for the second. Yeah, this is just going to be a get it as
Now,
close as
I
you
think
can.
Booyer is going to have a better angle. Booyer,
He's too
can
far
come-
though. That's really far.
Oh, right, with that headwind.
Like he's going to either have a chip or a really long putt, I think. Whereas Riley is at least going to be able to get there, I think. Not to the hole, but to the green. Yeah. Yeah, that was a really long setup on that one. But again, it's a straight up chip. You're going to make this 9 times
Here's
out
the
of 10.
next.
But
He's okay. His backswing is setting up a little crooked.
no, I'm looking at tilt on 9 here. Pretty good setup, actually. This is all the way to the left side of the tee box on 9. Pretty good look. If you're going to get this tee box, it might as well be all the way left. All right, back to Scott here.
Backswing straight and
Nice,
in.
very nice. Bonus GSP, 2,300. All right, we got. All right.
Now,
first
Riley-
kind of long putt there for either of the guys, I think.
Yeah. Now Riley's a swipe putter, so he does not aim as golfer, and that's the way
That's
he's
you,
been.
right?
He's one of the.
You do that
No,
way?
I stopped. I'm
changed
an
over?
aim putter that clicks.
Okay.
Do you ever play to that side if it's open?
Honestly, I never even notice it. Like I have done it where it's made sense in the past, but I'm so automatic on just going to that island on 10 that I just don't even look at it. But this is obviously a perfect. This is the perfect look for it. Yeah, looks like these two pay more attention than I do.
Yeah.
Either way, whether you're where Riley's at or whether you're on the island, this is a green light hole out look
Yep.
usually.
And I think at this level of play, if you're not putting yourself in a position to get hole outs wherever it presents itself, you're not going to win as many matches.
No, absolutely agree.
Oh, okay.
Let's see how aggressive they want to get with a 4-iron. For me, this would be depending on how I'm feeling, but I'd be chipping a 4-iron at this on 11. Not necessarily what Scott's doing on 10, but
No, I find the 4-iron runs out a little more for my own comfort level.
no, I've run out the 4-iron a little too far on this hole before.
Week 1, I put at least 2 balls in the water on this hole, trying at it with the 4-iron.
Yeah, in Worlds qualifying,
Yeah.
I parred this hole and end up with a
Ooh.
16.
Yeah.
So that was good and bad.
In this spot, I'm doing what these guys are doing.
Yeah, you're probably right.
If it's a
I'm
straight
I'm
wind-
talking a big game.
Yeah.
I'd be bailing out like these guys just did.
Yep. Now, it is interesting. If that's a straight wind and you're a good 1-iron sniper player, it's automatic as long as you swipe straight.
Yeah, but I mean that's another example of like that. There's a little bit of elevation there where the math starts to get a little, especially with a low club like a 1-iron, starts to get a little outside my comfort zone. All right, we're all the way back with a headwind. This will be interesting. This will be kind of like hole 8, where it's they're just going to kind of hoping to be having a putt.
Putt off.
Booyer got all the way to the end. That was really nice.
Yeah, and this hole has claimed plenty of players in live play.
Myself included.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, in your case, you were playing Rick, I
And
think,
he
and
mi-
you
he-
both
he-
missed it.
Yeah. He had a putt to win the match on this
Yeah.
from about how far Booyer is, and he missed it. It was to the
Nice.
back left pin, if I remember correctly. But yeah, that was a great putt by Scott through the fringe.
Yeah, both players, no signs of nerves. They're both playing their games. We're just getting treated to some great play right now.
Yeah, no, this is a perfect distance in my mind. He's just going to hit this 100%. It's going to bounce one past the hole, come back a little. Well, that's a terrible swipe, but
No, his swipe was straight.
oh,
He
terrible,
just-
terrible
The
judgment.
wind, yeah. He set up straight, and the wind took it. So Scott set up definitely better.
Yeah, he's got some clicks there. I'd probably move a little bit further left than he is, but he's in the King of the Hill, and I'm here commentating, so who's to say? not the on 14 here, the par 5, not the most fun pin. That back pin is always fun. All the way down at the bottom, so you can take a run and see how aggressive you want to get. Riley there was just trying to line up the wind as best as possible. I'm sure
He's got
orbits.
a chance with an orbits here.
Yeah, it's gonna land and check back like 2 feet. It's just not gonna. It's gonna dance a little bit, but not really rip all that much.
What do you think, about
certainly it's
92%?
Ooh, maybe a touch more, maybe 94 for me. Looks like he's about 92 for you.
Okay. 94
right.
looks like the number.
One in my column. All right. All right. We got Scott doing. Scott's doing an orbit or a jab here.
Yeah, this is fun being on the commentary. For those of you who know me well, I love talking the game. I love analyzing shots, analyzing approaches. This is a blast.
So we're just Riley's here on 15, just getting around the. I can't remember the last time I didn't go to this island. I think there's occasionally setups again where you could go over to the right, and I just don't do it.
You've got a couple call outs on the chat here, Tony.
Yeah, they're mentioning my lack of not being in this tournament any longer, which yeah, I'm aware of. But you know what? It's for the fans. I'd rather be doing this. No, that's not true. I'd rather be playing. But this is a good consolation prize, is to be able to call some of these matches, which I have a great time, great fun doing. All right, so we got a couple approaches. I think both look pretty nice.
This is a hard spot to hole out. I mean, I play Jav almost exclusively,
but it's never going to bounce through that rough
yeah.
really well. Yeah, I think I'd end up probably playing what Riley did there with the grabber, because, you know, I love a grabber.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, all right, we're still all tied up.
So
I don't want to say that too loud because the.
Are you going at this pin, or are you playing more right for the safe spot?
I'm going to play
a bendy
just
putt?
a little bit right because I have a little bit more green over there. It really narrows if you get left of it. So I'm not bailing all the way right on this, but I'm giving myself a little bit more leeway. I'm not going at the hole, like trying to make it. But that's I mean.
Now Riley's going to try to land this maybe within 10 feet.
Well, and actually Scott's jabbing it, so he's trying to just kind of run it out to the right distance. So I think 97 is maybe a little bit too much in my opinion.
I didn't see the distance on Riley's putt, but ooh, yeah. So Scott has probably the hardest shot we've seen in this match.
Yep, I agree. And now and then second place is now Tilt on the bell hole here on the right hand side.
Yeah. That's a pretty fair look on the bell hole.
Yeah, you got a lot of options here. You could go 9-wood over the top, around to the right. You could go through a gap, which is probably, if you're feeling good about your swipe, it's probably what I would do, like a 3-iron through that gap. But I'm guessing he's going to go 9-wood.
Yeah.
But let's get back to Scott. This is a huge chip, obviously.
And he is selecting non-wood. Feel that's a safe play with the wind.
I mean, you're going to ride that
Scott's
wind. At about,
going.
I'm guessing he's going to go about 86% on Riley's.
Oh.
Stayed dry, though. That's kind of. So
all right.
Didn't shoot himself out of it, but, you know, this is a tough look on 17, so I'm going to guess 86 or so.
And, you know, 18 can set up with hole-out chances.
Oh.
Yeah,
Great shot by Riley.
Riley's
just
money.
ride that wind.
Scott has kind of seemed to lock in on going through.
Yeah, Riley seemed to think that for a stretch, too, until he thought about how straight he had to swipe it, and then he's like, maybe I'll just go around.
I mean, I play through 98% of the time, but 14 miles per hour right to left with that gap, that is not an easy gap to hit.
Yeah, but in the same vein, like the 9-wood is going to blow a lot with a 14 cross high tee.
So he's setting up.
He is going through, yeah.
More left than I would feel comfortable with. Maybe he pushes it a little right. He did push it a little right. So he kind of knew that that's how he was doing it.
All right, well, it's going to come down to 18 for Scott. Scott's got to make it. It's a makeable look. Riley didn't give it a huge run, but he didn't need to. He didn't know that, but yeah, we're going to give it a go here.
So if you're,
Obviously, he'd prefer to know that he has to
Yep.
make this to go on, but
I think he knows. I mean,
probably.
there aren't that
You
many
never know.
places
Like,
you look at that where someone's going to drop a shot. We can't really tell if he's looked at the screen or not to see where he
Yeah,
stands.
he's definitely at the better angle to see that if he wanted to. I think this gets there, but I think he's got to hit it at least 99% to get it to the hole. Because there's I think that up six,
No,
maybe
I think
98.
97.
I think 97 doesn't quite get there. I think that up 6 really eats it up if he doesn't.
All right. I'm trying to draw even with you.
All right.
Let's see what he's doing.
Oh, that's a big
90.
one.
Oh, he just hit 100. Oh,
That's,
and that wind's going to really take it.
yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Well, he had to go for it.
Yeah.
So I think he played 16, unlike
That
he would
was-
normally play 16. I bet if it was a qualifying match, just a regular contest, he's hitting a sniper in there tight, and he got in his own head and said, I'm going to play for the safe putt. And
Yeah, and yeah, it was. You just never know coming in with an iron. I can't remember if it was a 6-iron or a 5-iron, but super close that whole time. That was a fun match to call. A lot of almost hole outs, a couple of tough setups late, and yeah, obviously Scott's not out of it. He's going to be coming back around, hopefully in his mind, back to challenge Riley.
yeah.
On the winner's side.
I mean, resetting the gold field, we've got Riley Booyer, we've got Moneyball, we've got Phil Rumley.
Unfortunately.
And
I love Phil, but he beat me. So I gotta beat
Benji
him.
and Chubby Cox. Now, I'm sure
Abe Froman.
Abe Froman, okay.
Yeah.
Sausage King of Chicago.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay. So we just learned on the stream next is going to be the bronze championship match, first leg if it goes to extras. And they're playing Rustic Bridge, Goat Boy, Ian, and Bones Jones. Chris Jones is King of the Hill. So if Ian can win one, they go to another.
Yeah, so we got our first championship match. We had some King of the Hills up until this point. Now we got our first championship match, and I think part of playing 2 rounds for everybody last night was to get to the point where we can just have really meaningful matches all the way through this stream today. We started off with Bronze King of the Hill, Silver King of the Hill, Gold King of the Hill we just saw, and now we're just going to roll right into the championship matches. So every match here is super meaningful to these guys, and it should be awesome.
And I know we got to see Ian on stream Friday night in the doubles. He's got some experience up there. He was very kind of stoic in his approach. When they played earlier on stream, these two, Bones was nervous. I know I heard that going into the match. He, first time ever, on stream, and he made it through. He made a long putt, bendy putt, to basically win the match, late in that match.
It's a good, nerves are a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can help you focus, and sometimes they can make your finger do some weird things.
Yep. Well,
All right. So hey, Rustic Bridge, I think it's one of my favorite Golden Tee Mobile courses. There's a whole lot of opportunities which are fun. There's holes which we're going to see right away. Hole 1 is going to be probably someone's going to have to make a chip to try to get eagle. I'd say this is a birdie is par on hole 1, but I know we disagree on that, Matt.
no, I'm in the camp that a birdie is par, and if you get an eagle, that should be a one better.
Okay. No,
And I
agree.
think the community generally has adopted that. As we know in the league, when we did bounties, there was the theory that someone could hit an ace, and the bounty system would break if we didn't have that. So that's why it was initially set to be a 2, but it's a lot like Elk 1, a lot like Royal
Yes.
Dubai 1.
Yes, absolutely.
And it's the type of hole that you drop, you don't get the eagle here, you feel like you're behind. Now,
half a stroke or something.
Yeah.
It depends on the setup. So what would you do in this setup here? So this is not a good setup in terms of trying to get down there.
yeah, you're going to be in the bunker, in the grass. I set up a little bit right, and then I play a little bit of a bend left to right. Both players are in fine shape for making the shot. It's just who can swipe straight. It should be a
And they both have,
chipper ranger.
we got Ian's got Goat Boy has a straight wind, which is always a
and
little
he's
bit helpful. He doesn't
got
feel
a
like he has to.
naked ball. So,
Yeah, I might mix in a jab there.
oh wow,
Great
Chris
chip,
Jones, he's
great-
on.
Yeah, no, he was.
He
No
we
hesitation,
We just
too.
got a little bit of reaction out of his wrist. Little baby fist
was
pump.
it- was it-
It was like a baby fist
it
pump.
one
I
of
think.
those,
No,
or-
it wasn't one of your swans.
Was it one of those or?
No, it was just like
Okay.
a little clenched fist.
No, I'd probably do the same.
Oh yeah.
You know, that would have rolled out if it wasn't a jab, actually.
Yeah, but Chipper would have got up
no,
there.
yeah, no,
And
I would have hit, obviously jab, but, so Bones probably feels like he maybe got half a stroke there, and starting to maybe play a little safe. The sniper there is a safe shot.
now, if you're like going off crowd reaction, Rustic 1 isn't a hole that someone makes the 2 that you're going to think, oh, you know, the crowd is going to react, and the crowd didn't react, so maybe he missed it. I don't think you can just jump to that conclusion. He probably thinks Ian made it, and Ian's just playing, steady.
Yep, could be. All right, we got our first real stinger opportunity here. So for me on the right-hand side, we got Chris here. I'd be hitting a 4-iron.
Same.
The reason I'm hitting a 4-iron is because even with a miss swipe, the 4-iron gets back to straight. So
Oh, wow.
obviously,
So,
great look.
advantage Bones early in this match. I know he's up a stroke, but
Yeah.
he's playing.
In his head right now, he's thinking, I'm cooking. I made that chip
Yep.
on 1, played it safe. I played smart on 2, knocked it real close on 3, didn't go in, no big deal. And I bet in his mind right now, he's like, all right, we're going.
Yep. And Ian just 6 feet, but GSPs do not matter in this format. If this match ends in a tie, they will go to sudden death on the back 9.
Good
First
point,
hole
good point.
wins. But GSPs can be a confidence builder as you're going along.
Absolutely.
Now, where Bones played way out there, this downslope is a lot more than it looks. And I know I've been burned a lot.
I almost
playing
feel the
short.
opposite. Like, I feel like the downslope is not as much as it looks. Like, I feel like I'm playing for about 3 yards of downslope, but it never actually materializes, and he was just playing safe there. The other option, that we saw 2 different options here. Ian went short. He's
No,
gonna
9
ride.
wood I don't think reaches. I think he's going to
With
be
that 9, I bet it gets there, but he's got to hit it 100.
and straight. He can't afford any
No,
miss
that's good.
swipe that takes distance
Yeah,
off.
that's a good point.
But you're not going to hole out. You're not thinking you're holding out this shot, so I just play safe with the 7. And he did. Yep. He swiped out to the right,
Did he hit
and
100? I didn't see. I was
he hit
too busy
100,
drinking
but
my beer here.
his swipe was kind of not quite halfway between the 2 and the 3, but it was not good. Okay,
So
so
I'm going to give you a point calzone on that one. I think he was short enough that even if he had swiped that straight, I don't think he was getting there.
I'll take
based
that
on-
point,
based on the
but
result.
you might have actually been right. Ooh.
All right, we got a couple of bunker. These really severe uphill bunker chips are always funky. You got to add like
Yep.
50% to those chips to make sure they get there.
And that's why I'm hitting the 7 wood from where he was. I don't think I've got a chance for a hole out.
Yeah,
Play
no,
to the fat part of the green. And
I would have gone where.
Oh, man.
boy. I would have gone where Chris went off the tee. I would have gone long, and then I probably would have floated in a jab, but yeah, a lot less unknowns in my mind coming from the fairway because it was a perfect setup to go to the fairway. Got to just get this on the green, Ian. All right, over to Bones Jones here. Yeah, he's got that magic 4-iron.
now this is the bronze division, right?
No, there's strokes to be given back
Yeah.
here, but as we've talked about, Bones Jones, he dropped one in the last hole, right?
Yep.
But he still probably feels like he's cooking.
I see you, Barrett.
All right, so we got a Big 10 crosswind. I feel like that 10's going to affect us more than he's playing for. Yeah.
That's exactly what Bones did. And now he's in his favorite spot.
So whether that was a 7-wood or a 9-wood, I think it was a 7-wood. It doesn't matter. With a 10 wind, that 10 wind with a cross with a 7-wood or a 9-wood is going to move it at least the width of the shot guide icon up there. So you got to get outside of that shot guide, especially downhill like they're playing here, in order to make sure that you don't override that wind.
So, where Ian is, keeping all these balls in the bunker, at a high caliber of play, you kind of have to make decisions that minimize your damage. And I know you get in the bunker and you think, I've got to save my shot.
Yep.
And you've got no room between the edge and the hole, and you're trying to hit it perfect. And you do that. And now dropping one stroke turned into 2 in this case, right? Turned into 4 and then another 1. So
Yep.
he'll walk away from this event having learned an awful lot.
All right, so we got Bones Jones over here on the right. He's almost going to have to clip a tree in order for this to work, I feel like. Otherwise, it's going to
If he hits this 100%, it's too long. It's fine play. You don't want to be short and you don't want to be long on that hole. Plenty of margin. Yeah, you wish you had a better putt at it, but.
Yep.
And Ian gets back on track, gets some GSPs there. A lot can still happen. You've got 17, which could give some players fits at the end. 18 is no walk in the park.
And especially I feel like Bones Jones probably knows that Ian's dropped some strokes, but he doesn't know how many.
Oh, he
that
drains that
was
putt.
a great putt. And
he takes a deep breath.
If he drops a couple strokes, he's going to feel like, okay, now I have to chase again. And once you start chasing, things get a little dicey. So you never, unlike on the arcade side where you're playing a match, you know exactly what your opponent's doing. If I was up 7 on the arcade, I'd be just going into a hole playing safe shots. But in this case, these guys don't know. Chris in this case does not know that he's up 7, probably.
So Chris should just play this safe.
Yeah, we might get a little bit of inclination whether he knows how far ahead he is.
Yeah, I'm not hitting a jab here to that pin.
There's just no reason.
If I think I'm up. And now Ian, I think this is going to be good. He's going to have a shorter putt than Bones just did. Oh, wow, that's just bad luck. He hit the branch of a tree, or not the branch, he hit the trunk of a tree that you just never hit.
Yeah, I feel like Ian's had some bad luck, and as you talked about a little bit ago, he's compounded his mistakes when he could have just given up the one and kind of moved on. Like you said, he'll learn from this, and now he's got tape on YouTube, so he can his opponents can study him. All right, we're onto the back 9 here. You're much better at hole 10. Ooh, we got a fun setup on 11.
Yeah, so this is a look on 11 that, you bust out the HLD driver, high tee maniacs.
I almost maybe think 3-wood in this case. Like that wind and that downslope is so much, I might actually hit 3-wood.
So is he?
He looks like he's laying up.
Wow.
He
So
just doesn't.
I spent time talking to Mark about our match that was streamed this week in the World Championship head-to-heads. And Ian, anything there is to hit on this course, he's hitting it right now.
Yeah, he's hit a tree trunk. He's hit the backstop of a softball field.
So on 11, Mark was saying that, every time he tries to go to the green, he just clips those trees, ends up in trouble, and it just wasn't worth it to him. And I kind of was in the same boat a few weeks back and, started to study it a little more, got good at it. This is now a hole in the game that if you're not going at it when it presents itself, you're leaving strokes on the patch.
I agree completely.
That was a look that I wish he gave us a chance to see where the 3-wood, where the driver set up, to know what to hit.
I'm sure Ian's going to go for it, but yeah, no, it would be fun to Well, and actually, Joel, can you send us this setup and we can test that out afterwards?
Yeah, I wish we could hear something about the consolation side of the gold bracket to know where that sets up. Oh, and yeah.
That's the trouble with going at that aggressively, which I love the aggressiveness, but now you got a chip where.
Now does he get this on the green?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm rooting for him.
Just over the hole, but he got it on the green. If only he had done that a long time ago, we'd have a match.
Yeah.
Oh, orbits off. Yeah, that's a.
Yeah. So I don't feel like Chris knows that he's up a bunch.
He doesn't. Which is good for him.
There's nothing
right?
wrong with that. There's no reason he should know that, but
But now
when
he
I was
could be
playing-
getting in his own head.
Exactly. Right now he's like, oh, I dropped another one. I got. All right. So
Okay,
hey,
so-
we got Ian over here.
Yeah, so you're right. I think the 3-wood is the play.
To be honest, once I looked at it, I was like 4-wood maybe. It's gonna bound down that hill so much, and it'll help you get around those trees that Mark's so afraid of.
Yeah, so he set up a little bit too left there. But you saw where that landed. I don't think the trees played much into it. That was never getting to the green. 3-wood was the play.
I had a setup the other day where it was a good tee box, but it was a bad wind. I ended up doing a high loft driver torpedo, landing on the top of the hill and rolling all the way down.
Wow.
And it was actually not meant to get all the way to the green, but it almost did.
So Bones is.
I know he's starting to tilt a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he's got a.
I still don't think this is in reach.
Doesn't seem that way, but you never know. So we got 7 under through 12 or 11. I haven't checked out Bones Jones's score in a sec.
Hey, Eric. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the game. Awesome to see all your excitement. You're showing out on the Facebook group. The whole community is here to help you learn and grow. Join the league. Tony and I are on the league council.
Yeah, it almost feels like just such shameless self-promotion at this point. But yes, I think that 99 times out of 100, everyone that's joined the league has said it has been a great decision. And
Yeah.
and you know, there's people that are really into the game and want to keep getting better at it. And I think Eric seems like one of those guys. And every time that's happened with one of those guys, it's been a success.
Yeah.
For the
I
league.
mean, I'm just looking at Moose Merlin right now. I mean,
Yeah.
who was Moose Merlin a year ago?
Well, he was one. Here's who Moose Merlin was. He was a guy that was playing world qualifying rounds. I noticed that he kept getting in like the top 40, and I said, we got to find out who this guy is. We got to get him in the league, because if you're playing 70 rounds a week to get a world's qualifying score, then you're dedicated enough to be in the league. And so, like, I sought out those guys, offered free.
So Bones just took a look at the screen. I have to assume he saw the -9.
We'll see. We'll know after this next shot. Well, there's not much difference on what you would do on this shot, but
Yeah,
we'll
so
probably know if he plays a sniper on 17. We know for sure.
So you did some analysis after week 1 of the world qualifying leaderboard, and I think you said something like, in the top 40, 37 players were league players. Maybe 39
It
if
was
you include
39 out of 40
people that have played league.
Yes.
We've got a couple people on break right now, but I mean, that if that's not a testament for what the league can do to your game, if you really like this game.
Yeah, and it was super stark. As soon as
Bones
you
missed a putt. It's still not close, but
as soon as it flipped from 40th to into the 40s and into the 50s, all those guys not all, but almost all the guys in the 40s and 50s were non-league members, and those are the guys. Those are the Moose Merlins that were just trying to. Sometimes they just don't know, like, because they're not on Facebook, so they don't know about it. And so this is just one more, hopefully, avenue that they understand the opportunity of the league and the community that I think that we've built. All right, so we got We're going with a nice,
All right, so
a pavement jav here on.
Bones needs to get back on track
I
here.
think he needs to hit this at least 100%. I'd hit it 102 if it was me.
All right, safe shot. And where does that reset? So the eagle there goes to 12 under. Bones just make the simple putt.
Yeah, I mean, it literally might almost be mathematically not possible. It's getting close to that point, but
Okay,
it's
so
like, this is interesting.
This is a
It's a
look
big
on
win. It's a
17
big win.
that you play too far left, you hit those tree branches, then you do something stupid coming down.
Super easy to get wet here, or hit a tree. To your point.
I mean, I've learned the zero bird shot here,
Yep.
pretty reliable.
I have no idea how to play that shot.
150 is 50%. You know,
All right,
more
hold
or
on,
less
let me
from there.
Go to my notes app here, and
Yep.
I'm going to file that away. 150.
I'll thank Jesus for that. I'm sure others told him.
All right. Practicing that shot tomorrow.
Yeah, obviously, you know, into a little bit of a headwind, you
course.
play a little more.
Well, the zero hybrid barely affects the wind. Wind is barely affected by it.
Well, actually, zero hybrid, I'm setting out to like the S in the shot guide on that shot, even the zero bird.
Oh, yeah. He's gone into his turtle shell here. That's good. Hey, if you know you're ahead.
Now, I don't
No
think he
reason.
can water this shot, so
Right,
at least
exactly.
the
It's just a
worst of the
sniper and-
damage is done. Oh, and he
Great
gets
chip.
it in the
That's a great
back
chip.
door.
The rare sniper trickles in the side door. So for like going back to 16 here, I know that both you and Mark in your match this week went long where these guys are going. I think I go long sometimes, but not as much as I think most other guys. I think I end up going short of that road a little bit more often.
Yeah, so I've started to pay attention to the pin position.
And the wind, of
so
course.
with the left slope here, being there does not help you at all. There's no making this shot from that position.
Right, you're not running it at the hole
Yeah.
effectively.
I mean, maybe
you're-
you get
you're
lucky, you hit
one bounce it in or
you hit the
something.
rough, and
Yep.
then you slows it down enough or whatever. But so we've got Bones in the clubhouse.
I think
He should feel pretty good once he looks up and sees. But yeah, I've made so many hole outs coming from the other side ever since I started to pay more attention.
Yeah, because from the other side of the road where those guys played, you got much more of a straight green.
Yeah.
And you're still needing to get a little bit lucky in terms of rolling through the rough or you know, getting on the second bounce. But I feel like with a straight green, it's a little bit more reasonable to have that happen.
So your Bones, you just won bronze division. You don't necessarily think you played great, but you played good enough to win, and that's all that matters.
Win's a win. And the payouts were structured purposefully to give everybody, regardless of division, a really good opportunity to win a big chunk of money. So for sure he's over $500. I think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
close to $600 for the bronze win.
And he's probably getting some Calcutta money too.
Great point. I didn't see what club he's got here.
It was 3 iron maybe. I think the wind's gonna take it. It's you know, Ian will be back. He's been at this game a long time. He's, you know, if there was a list of OGs, he's one of them.
Yep, absolutely.
He got some good experience here this week, and
Yep. All right, so we got Ian coming home here. So for me, this is I know against Mark you hit a sniper. I'm a jav guy on this shot. I'd rather cut the wind down and let it roll out, because even when it lands, it's not going to bounce very far. But obviously, we know the shot doesn't mean a ton in the grand scheme of things, but you still want to play your best. He's just picking a random amount of left to go here and try to make it, which is probably where I would be at as well.
Yeah, and he's got to know that
I mean, he knows.
it's over.
Yeah, he knows.
All right, well, congratulations to our bronze winner, Chris Bones Jones.
Nobody comes to these to win the bronze bracket, but it's a great accomplishment. You still got to win good matches against good players, and that's what he did. He won undefeated through the bronze bracket. So congratulations to Bones Jones, and congratulations to Ian for making a run, getting second place in the bronze division. So.
Okay, so we have a bracket update in the gold consolation right now on the course. We've got Cheesus and Chubby Cox, Abe Froman.
Abe Froman, the sausage king of Chicago.
So to kind of catch you up on how we got there, Moneyball and Cheesus played in the consolation side, and Cheesus won 27-26. Fortunately for Cheesus, it wasn't on stream, not on an iPad. He has not had to play on an iPad yet all weekend long.
He's looking to make that last as long as possible.
And then we had Chubby Cox and Phil Rumley. And in that match, Chubby Cox won 29-25.
All right. So we got Joel here working the computer here. So just looking at the bracket, we've got obviously Tilt Nasty that came through the front side, King of the Hill. We've got a match that is Cheesus versus Matt Hansen, a.k.a. Abe Froman, a.k.a. Chubby Cox.
Scorecard.
And then, so Cheesus is playing currently against Matt, and then the winner of that will play Scott Booyer.
This game is for World's Pass.
Oh,
That's
so
a great
yeah,
point.
we just learned Tilt Nasty already has Worlds. So the winner of Cheesus and Chubby plays Booyer, and
Yes.
the winner of that match is going to Worlds.
It might be the most meaningful match of the weekend, actually.
Yeah.
The 2-3 matchup that I'm assuming we're going to stream when it comes available. We've got here now. We're looking at the silver bracket. That epic match of Chad versus O. Henry.
Chad is sitting King of the Hill.
We're sitting at a very similar place schedule-wise. We've got Mr. Golden Tee playing Fly Rye right now in the 3-4 matchup. And then the winner of that will play.
And they're knotted up through 6.
Mr. Golden Tee is approximately 75 holes ahead of.
Oh, we just got an
Ryan
update.
Tusky.
He's 8 holes ahead.
Okay.
And Tusky is now a stroke up. Do we know what course they're playing? Rustic Bridge, and it says hard. That's a setting in the game I've never seen before.
Hard setting.
Hard setting.
I feel like this whole game was set to hard for me this weekend. So they both looks like they both got hole 1, and then Fly Rye carried through his one better into through 9, and then Larry Foster must have dropped a stroke. Looks like on hole 8 he dropped a stroke.
So Fly Rye is an iPhone player also. And I would think that if he wins this match, his next match will be on the stream. And we'll get to see him play O. Henry.
Maybe. I don't know. I think that, the schedules are pretty lined up. I'm guessing that we go, I'm not in charge of the stream, but I'm guessing we go.
Booyer and.
The Booyer versus next. What are we at time-wise? Yeah, we got tons of time. There's no reason to rush things at this point. Let's get the meaningful matches on the stream. Like I said, it's going to be the King of the Hill, King of the Hill, King of the Hill. You get the 3-4 matchup or the 2-3 matchup on both silver and gold, and then Yeah, I think that's works out perfectly timing-wise. Because goal to be done by 4 o'clock, which I think we're obviously well in range of.
Yeah, so we spent a little time talking about the league, kind of at the tail end of that match, as it was just very painful.
Yeah.
Lots of time spent at the beach.
Yeah.
But yeah, the league just finished season 15.
It did, yeah.
As long as the league has existed with what's known as the council, you and I have been on it. We're joined by Joel Moneyball, who is basically
the IT guru,
the guy who makes everything happen.
Here's my favorite conversation of the weekend. It was Moose Merlin, Bruce Lauzon, or something like that, talking with Joel. And Bruce was like, "Oh, I was the IT guy." Bruce is retired at this point. He's Moose Merlin, and he was talking with Joel about how he does the mechanics of the league triple tap reporting system. And every time Joel told Bruce how he did it, Bruce was like, "Oh wow, oh that's so cool." And it really is a cool system of score reporting. We obviously have a great community in the league. Obviously, I'm biased in this regard, but also we make it really easy. And Joel does an awesome job of getting things to work really well, getting scores to report perfectly. And yeah, everyone has a great time. So yes, everyone should join the league.
Yeah, absolutely. And who didn't we mention? Mark Duchesne.
Mark, yep, absolutely.
Plays as Mark. And Phil Rumley, who's our newest council member.
Yeah, I was having a conversation earlier trying to figure out when he joined it. In my head, it was like season 9 or 10 that he joined the council. So maybe a little over a year ago.
Yeah, a little over a year ago. Sounds about right. And then Chad Trump.
Yeah, the commentator extraordinaire. Yeah, we got a great group. Obviously, we've got everyone that's in the league council has their specialties. I do the finances. You do a lot of the specialty tournaments. Joel's got the IT. Mark just does Mark things.
Chad tells us what the players feel.
Chad has
keeps us grounded.
Has his great voice, and Phil handles the tournament money. So for this tournament specifically. So and gives great advice. That's we didn't need to add a council member when we added Phil, but we wanted to, and we thought he was a great choice. So yeah, he's a great addition to the council.
And this year we added Player of the Year. So I've been leading that up.
Yep.
We've got standings that just got released, through the second league season. What that means is there's 2 brackets at the end of the year after we play 5 or 6 seasons plus Windy City points. But the top 32 are going to play for a bigger pool of prize money. It's invitation only, and then the bottom 32 will play for a little less. But that's something new that we're mixing it up, try to, increase the stickiness of league, right? A guy's on the fence about playing another season, but they're looking at a free tournament to win maybe $500. Oh, I'll play that next season and
yeah, and we have a ton of stickiness, but like every little bit of, every little bit you add is just an improvement. And but yeah, that's been a great addition. And again, it's a point system, very much like people that are familiar with the arcade Player of the Year system for player events. Their tournaments, very similar in terms of structure, just rewarding the people that play in the most events, giving them an opportunity at the end of the season, end of the year in this case, to make a little bit more money.
Yeah, and I've been thinking a lot with World Qualifying happening now, with this event happening now, the opportunity to bring new players into this caliber of play in the game has never been higher, or hasn't been as high in years. If Andy... Yep, 1 second. So one last shout out is, if Andy or Kevin Lindsay are listening, we would love a chance to get some league sign-up announcements into the game again. When we did that, I think we got like 20 and 10 players in back-to-back seasons that came out of nowhere. IT adds a lot of credibility, and we're going to go to break. So enjoyed this time with you, Tony.
It's been awesome calling the matches with you, Matt. And we're gonna throw it to break. We'll be back very soon with some meaningful silver and gold matches.
Awesome.
Great time.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Pyramid Sports Bar here in Addison, Illinois. I'm Chad Trump. This is your 2021 World Champ, Tony Johnson. Ahead of us is Chubby Cox against Scott Boyer. And this match will get one player into the Windy City Showdown Championship and will guarantee them a pass to the World Championship, Tony, because they will face Riley Hitchcock, who has already qualified.
Yeah, so the generosity of Incredible Technologies to provide they provided the council of the Windy City Showdown a World's Pass, and we were able to assign it as we saw fit, and we assigned it to the winner of gold. Riley, King of the Hill, already has his pass. Unfortunately for me, he beat me in the finals last week. But yeah, so then the winner of this will automatically be at least second place and get that World's Pass. So
and it's not like a fluke either.
Huge match. No, of course not. These are great players.
Yeah.
We've got Scott's been to as many tournaments as any of us, and Matt Hansen is one of the best players in the world. So yeah, we're gonna have a great match. Huge stakes.
They don't get much bigger.
Yep. All right, here we are. Oh, we're cooking.
So here we go. We are on the front nine here of Crawdad Swamp. We are going to play an 18-hole match. This is Matt Hansen, Chubby Cox getting ready to tee off. And Scott Boyer plays as Booyer. He has already hit his tee shot and is hitting his approach into this first hole on Crawdad.
On the front side here, front side is a whole lot of opportunities. You're going to see a lot of running by the hole or going in the hole that we just saw from Scott. And we're about to see from Matt here, and then the back nine is just keep it going, stay on par kind of situation. So yeah, it's a tale of two nines, and
that's right.
And like we just talked about, like this is huge stakes. You've got the World Championship pass on the line. World Championships are the September 16th and 17th, whatever that weekend is. That Friday and Saturday, Sunday, and that was he didn't want to be that close to the water, but he was, and he got his eagle. He'll move on.
Chubby showing a little bit of nerves. The little stinger was out to the right. Like we keep mentioning, there is a ton on the line in this match. It's rare that a non-championship match has so much on the line, but this one does. You get to the championship, you can finish no worse than second place here at the Windy City Showdown, and you get your ticket punch to the 2023 Golden T-Mobile World Championship, September 16th, 17th in Las Vegas, Nevada. So we are off and running here on Crawdad. We're on hole number 2.
It's interesting. We got Scott coming in with a sniper 1-iron here. For me on this hole, I'd be playing a javelin 4-iron, but that's just personal preference. He feels like he's got a better chance to make it with the 1. I'd feel like I have a better chance to make it with the 4. Again, personal preference. Big shot from Matt Hansen here, going straight at the hole.
This one mounts a little left.
Grabber, I love that. I love to see that grabber.
That was a Tony Johnson ball, no question. So Hansen's in with his eagle. The sniper stinger misses from Booyer, so no harm done there. And now Chubby Cox will be facing the same par 3 that Scott just missed. Got his birdie, though. So the front nine, like Tony has kind of mentioned, it is ripe for hole outs. Trying to get something in from the fairway, from the tee box, because the back nine, you buckle your seatbelt and tighten it up and just try to keep making golden tee par, which means making birdies when you need to make birdies and eagles when they present themselves. Maniacs player.
I'm not sure. Booyer has hit a single shot that I would have hit yet, but
I've never hit a Maniacs into one of those little islands, by the way.
No, he's in a great spot. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not how I play it.
Same. That's a good thing about this game, too. There's not a path to it. There's not a code that you have to play one certain way to get good results. You can watch this match particularly, and you will see a lot of different ways to approach different holes. Here's a jab for Booyer. It's going to take a little bit off this. I don't think you can hit it. Yeah, 94%.
So a lot of the greens here on Crawdad are they're not tough greens, but the fringes are what gets you. Like as soon as you like on this green specifically, like all of those fringes run off. So if you
There we go, Chubby Cox.
there we go.
Hole in one on the par 3 takes an early advantage over Scott Boyer.
He is engorged.
Huge shot for Chubby Cox.
And as someone who's been in a situation like this, as soon as Scott heard that, he knew what was up. He knew Chubby made a shot. So now Scott, while he doesn't necessarily know that he's down one, he's pretty sure that he's down one. So he's going to start chasing a little bit.
This is potentially turning into the match we had hoped it would. Scott Boyer lands it right by the pin. Good shot.
Safe shot. I mean, it's tough to be too crazy aggressive with that sort of shot. That's one that you just kind of knock it near the hole.
Especially where the pin is. I
Yep.
mean,
Yeah,
there's not
that
much you can
top
do with it.
pin. All right, here comes
Chubby.
Matt Hansen. Yeah, safe
play.
kind of like Scott.
I mean, you can't make the mistake of hitting
You cannot hit
a
that fringe
fringe
short and-
because it rejects it.
Yep.
As someone that has been rejected multiple times in life and on this green, I understand it. 1 stroke lead going into 5 for Chubby Cox. We know
Scott's going way over to the right there to play a straight wind in, or as straight as he can get it. It's still not a great angle with
It's
that
not.
with that really front pin, but
he's going to have to go up and over with the sniper, I'm going to imagine, or he's going to loft something
yeah,
in.
I think I'd probably hit that 8 and run it out, but
He's not. I bet you he threw some kind of a sniper.
I was talking about Scott.
Me
you were
too.
talking about okay.
Yeah, I too. He's throwing a 2-iron sniper. He's going to go up and over. You got to get your math right.
Well, and the math in the fairway is one thing, but the math from the rough is another thing. And that I feel like as soon as you get rough or elevation change, the math goes out the window a little bit. There's obviously still math that works, but yeah, I end up playing safer.
This is a huge shot for Scott. He's got the right. If he has the number right and can swipe it straight, he has a straight win. This has a chance to go.
Yeah,
That looks good.
Yeah, it does.
Just short. It doesn't slide down. Good shot from Scott. Another percentage, and I think he had.
It'd be interesting
a
to know
chance.
if in his heads, Matt hold out hole 3 or whatever hole Matt hold out, and whether he was a little bit extra aggressive on that because
Trying to get
because
that
of
back.
Yep.
Yep. Well, you said it. I think when you hear that crowd roar, you know that something happened that didn't favor you, and it might put you into a chase mode. But there's a lot. I'm sure Scott's like, hey, there's a lot of golf to play.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of holes like we've talked about, especially on the back 9, where there can be.
I mean, 15
strokes
a
exchanged.
swing hole. 17 can be absolutely.
Yep.
So there's chances on the back.
Got Scott coming in from very deep on hole 7, and we got Chubby trying to get another hole out on hole 6.
I think Scott, if he wants to be aggressive, and Chubby just short.
Yeah, both of them just dead in the hole, just a little short.
Now this is a big one for Scott. I mean, this is a good look. You just have to make sure you swipe properly, or again, that can kick right.
Yeah,
And this
he
is
bailed on
this
that a
is
little bit on the
this is
swipe.
the safe
I
side,
would've
which
done
I
the
don't
same.
I don't blame him a
would've done
bit.
the
Don't blame him a bit. I mean, there was opportunity on that hole to go after it.
There was definitely a don't go right to that swipe.
Yeah, if he swipes right at all, he's in deep trouble. But I understand why he didn't do it. Here's Boyer. Chubby is trying to figure out what he wants to do on this tee shot. Lets it go. We know Boyer is already eagled here.
Chubby's gonna have a very similar shot to Scott. I think maybe like 6 or 7 yards closer. Still probably maybe a 3-wood, maybe a high left driver.
And he knows he's a stroke up most likely.
We got sniper experts over here. We got Scott coming in with a 1-iron here on hole 8. I'm sure he's going to give it a run. That down 1 is going to give it a little extra run out to really give it a chance to go in.
This hole plays a little bit shorter than it should as well. So Scott's going to have to make that adjustment, take a percent or 2 off. Very easy to hit past the hole here. Here's Scott Boyer, way deep. That's what I was talking about.
That was a great call. That was a perfect call.
It plays short.
Yep. And now Matt and I talked about these chips where you got a really severe upslope on your chip and you got to play it way more.
Look at Hansen trying to hold that out and just misses to the low side.
Close. Great shot. But yeah, I mean, he's got to play probably, 50% more pullback than he normally would, just because first of all, I wouldn't be playing a flop wedge here. I'd be playing a. Oh, there we go. He's changing. I don't think he heard me.
I don't think he could hear us.
I don't think he can either. He's got headphones in. I'd probably play a sand wedge with roll or with a whatever.
TJ, this is an enormous chip. You don't want to be down 2 strokes going in the back here.
He knows.
This is must
sure.
make. This literally is a must make shot for Scott Boyer. And he is just short, and it slides harmlessly to the left. He will be down 2 to Chubby Cox, and Chubby is going to dial in the sniper. Utah's Matt Hansen, one of the top 3-4 players on planet Earth.
Coming in with a 2-iron stinger.
Meanwhile, Boyer looking at something on the left side to try to get a stinger
Just
in.
better angle in, yeah.
Here is Chubby Cox.
Yeah,
That's
that's
left.
good.
Great shot points. How many? 8,000? 6,000.
Terrible guess.
I guess every single time.
Oh,
In my head when I'm playing, I guess every time.
Yeah, me too.
The big number, and I don't go.
I just never vocalize it like
Oh,
we're
it's in my
about to.
it's in my head every single time. Every once in a while, you hit it.
We got a stinger here. It's just stinger central on the front nine here. It's just stinger after stinger.
It
after
is,
stinger.
and it's amazing how this course, flips its identity when you get to hole 10. The stingers and snipers are done.
Put the stinger away.
Yeah.
Other than maybe hole 11, depending on that setup.
Yeah, that's right. So Scott Boyer will most likely be down 2 strokes when we face the drivable par 4 10th hole. But Chubby Cox trying to hit an O-bird stinger in, and he has a amazing look at this.
I'm not sure if he's looked at whether we've got like a sneaky half right one or half right 2 or left 2.
Here we go. Chubby Cox eyes it from the fairway. O-bird stinger. The swipe looks good, and it's going to miss right.
So now we got Scott over here on the right-hand side.
Big
coming
shot.
In with a big, high stinger.
Nice.
Sniper.
That's a nice
good
shot.
safe shot. I mean, with that back pin, it's tough to be too aggressive. You're not going to come in there naked, obviously. You're not going to come in there
with a jab. No,
grabber.
not with
as much as I love grabbers, you're not doing it.
No, you can't. You cannot make a par on 10 and let the match be over, because it would be over.
Yeah.
Already trailing by 2 against a player that makes
players.
very few mistakes. It's very difficult. So Scott will go into the trap. Does it reach?
He wishes it did.
Yeah,
it's going to be kind of a weird. For me, this would be like a 7-iron chip, just because I like to keep it low. But everyone kind of for themselves on this sort of shot.
God, I thought he was trying to pull that chipper out. I thought he will never clear that rock face.
No, it's too much of a downslope.
Here is Chubby Cox. He hits this 100% as well, so he will be safe. Big shot coming up for Scott Boyer, a chance to get one back. This is too far.
It's tough.
Yeah,
Coming in that high, it's just tough to get it exactly right. That's why.
That's not a shot I expected him to make. It's just a shot he needs.
Yeah, exactly. All right, this is a mess-upable shot here on 12.
Yeah, this is another one where you could have a real bad day.
Matt Hansen has decided to not go for that chip that Scott had and lay back for some. He's going to have a nice run right up the green, I think. Yeah.
He's going to have to. 3-iron's not going to get there.
We've talked about how Scott feels at this point. He feels like he's down at least 1, probably 2. Mm-hmm. And Matt's on the other side of that. He said, I'm not going to bother with that bunker.
That's right.
I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do a shot that I feel is nice and safe. Maybe it goes in, maybe it doesn't.
What are the things that could cost me a stroke?
Yep.
Let me eliminate
and definitely
those.
What are the things that are going to cost me?
Scott Boyer, nerves.
Could cost
just
me
put
2 strokes.
Straight into the water. Now Chubby Cox will try to tackle this. Boyer makes his putt, but that is bad news. He is now down 4 strokes, essentially. Now, we know Chubby hasn't played 12 yet. I'm just going to tell you now, I don't think he's going to bogey or par this hole, but we'll see. Get a 13-mile-an-hour wind pushing away from the hole. This is not the easiest look at all.
No, it's definitely.
You just said this is about as hard as this hole can set up almost.
Yeah, only thing that could be different would be if it was the front pin instead of the back. But yeah, this is not. If you feel like you're up 2 strokes, this is not the setup you wanted to see.
I agree. And honestly, Scott Boyer hit a hell of a shot in there. He just made a bad putt.
I didn't see did he hit the 9 or the 7? Must have been the 7.
Yeah,
the 9 would have.
Yeah, he would have never.
Yeah.
And he was pin high.
Yeah.
And he hit a sniper. Boyer needs this desperately now. It's must make. He needs to make some stuff.
Absolutely.
Here is Matthew Hansen. That's going to be safe.
That's right in Scott's zone.
Now, the only problem, and Scott has hit a nice shot in for great shot points, but he needs makes.
Yeah.
Needs makes. Here is the dead center cut.
Right in the middle.
That's a guy that's been there. That's a guy that's finished top 4 in Worlds, and he wants that Worlds pass. Here's another opportunity right here, Tony. Just drive this torpedo as far as you can, and you have a 3-wood stinger.
Well, here's the problem. The 3-wood, like this could run out into the water. Like if you don't keep it, like
you got to be very careful. Yep. Yeah, I've done that.
I've done it far more times than I care to admit.
I've watered the left side of this fairway.
But if we look over at Matt's shot right now, he's licking his chops. This is go zone.
This is one of those opportunities where you have a big lead and you can still be aggressive.
Yep.
Safely aggressive.
Yeah, there's no risk here. It's just run at the hole. If it goes in, it goes in.
And if you're Matt Hansen right now, you're thinking, I want to bury him. Let's bury him.
Mm-hmm.
Here is Chubby. That line looks absolutely great.
Juicy.
That looks absolutely great. Just misses to the high side of the cup, but
now we got Scott over here about to do a sniper, chipping at this. Again, this is the elevation that I don't have the math for the elevation.
This is an easy one. This is, if he's got the 3-iron out, it's half the distance, add 4. If you're in the wind, you add 5. That's it. It's going to slide. He's fine. It's all about finding the right line with that wind.
What's interesting with the uphill, it's not going to carry as far, but it's going to slide.
It slides. Mm-hmm. All right, here's our first real swing hole, and
this is a total Tony shot right here.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a big lead.
I know. I'm chipping this 7-iron at 50%, and I'm just, if it goes in, it goes in. That's just Tony safe.
And Chubby Cox playing as safe as he can right now with a big lead. This is.
I told him 50%.
But he hit 49.
Yeah. All right, big shot here on 15. I mean, this is. Ooh, that's a tough look. He's going going to play a big kind of B1.
Let's get the sniper out. It's going to stick wherever he hits it. He has sent it way out. What a shot.
That's a great shot.
That's the best shot of the match for Scott Boyer.
Yeah.
Even with a fantastic effort, still has a 51-foot right 4. And guess what's behind it? Trouble.
So, yeah, they went to the complete opposite sides of the tee box here, assuming that Matt puts it down right here. Great putt.
Big putt for Scott Boyer. A chance to get one back there.
Or 2. I mean, like
you never know.
You can screw this hole up enough
Sure
to
can.
get 2 strokes for sure.
Chubby Cox still eyeing this up. He is looking at an O-bird medium tee with a grabber.
Oh, I love it. Anything with a grabber, I'm for that. We get over on the left-hand side. We got Scott here with actually pretty. This is about as good as it gets for trying to get a hole out. If you know you need a hole out, this is a good setup.
And he gets it up there, and he's going to have about a 100-footer.
Yeah, it's going to be a long
This is
putt.
a lag, and then make your birdie.
It's 109. He actually probably can't go long on this, even if he wanted to.
So Boyer is going to get in here as Chubby Cox just misses. Oh, that's what I'm
shows
talking
what I
about.
know.
That's the only. Now, Chubby's going to put a torpedo on this, and he's going to make this chip.
I think it's going to come up short.
He'll make this.
I think that the big uphill is going to eat him up. And
just misses. So Scott Boyer gets 2 back.
We're tied, right?
No, we're down. He's still down 2.
Oh, 1. 1. Oh, 2. Yeah. The holes throw me off.
Yeah, when they're not on the same. But yeah, it's still a 2-stroke lead. But Scott Boyer
But
back
now-
into it.
well,
Now
and-
he's going for
yeah.
another hole out.
Well, and look at hole 17. That's a
Oh
tough
no,
setup.
I thought he had something low. He's going to go up and over.
But I'm not sure. Like that's still a tough shot. Again, we're into the holes where you can drop strokes easily.
Yeah, and he's gone in the fairway. So this is a must-make chip. Everything's must-make at this point for Scott Boyer.
Matt Hansen checking out the big board.
I think he can hear us a little bit and going, oh, am I up?
He's got his headphones in. I don't think he can hear us. Should we talk softer? Let's get those mics really close to the mouth and talk real soft.
I think that Matt may have the stream up when listening.
Oh, that's sneaky devil.
Just kidding.
That's sneaky devil.
But that would be
Right.
funny.
Yeah, that would be.
Big chip here for Scott Boyer.
Does he have a chipper?
This is huge, man. You get this down to one stroke.
Yeah.
Going in 18, who knows? Bing! Go! Scott Boyer has cut potentially the deficit to
definitely
one.
just peaked at the big screen. He definitely just did.
Chevy Cox.
Which I would have too.
All of a sudden,
no fault on that.
all of a sudden, this match has gotten quite interesting.
This is
Scott was down 4 strokes at one point.
Yeah, this is
Chevy
tough
Cox.
shot. All right, so Scott at this point,
I wish Scott would wait.
yeah,
Looks like he might be
knew.
waiting.
but like
Big shot here for Chevy. This really could decide the match.
So I feel like even with the amount that he has to cut this, even if he hits it full, I don't think it's going to get there.
Here is Scott Boyer on 18. That looks great. He's a little deep though. Here is Chevy Cox. Will land top of the fairway. Same spot Boyer did. Boyer must make this putt. He's got a right 1033 footer. Huge putt. And he's in.
All right.
So Chevy Cox, a 2-stroke lead, but must make this to maintain the lead. F2.
Yep.
Boyer eagle finish. Chevy Cox.
The shot on 18 obviously is not super difficult, but it's not automatic.
If you
for
go
sure.
too far, that was a right 10 putt. No one wants a
no.
right 10 putt.
No, because you're not going to be short. You're like, I'm not giving up 2 strokes. But this chip is super doable, obviously. I think I'd be doing a stinger.
I think I'd do exactly what Scott Boyer did.
Yep, exactly.
Chevy Cox floats it up, and he just misses. We have a 1-stroke match. As long as Chevy makes this, and he does.
All right, here it
Goodness
comes.
gracious, we talked about Crawdad, a tale of 2 courses. It's 1 course, but tale of 2 nines.
Stingers and swingers.
Let's make a T-shirt that says that. Chevy Cox.
So in my head right now, I'm like,
He
you
wants
can't
to get
leave the-
this
You can't
over
leave the
with.
short. You can't leave it right. So I'm going to miss it long left. That's what I'm going to do.
Here he goes, 6-wood. It's there. How's the putt look? He's got a right 7 to get a world's pass. And Chevy Cox has done it.
Great putt.
Chevy Cox with that putt will make it to the championship match here at the Windy City Showdown and gets a pass to the 2023 World Championship in Las Vegas as he defeats Scott Boyer. So Scott Boyer, good match. And now we have O'Henry battles Fly Rye on Tundra Peak. That is to get to the what? The championship match against me? Okay, so I'm still good for a minute? Okay. I could probably
study
call
your
this.
opponent. Study your opponent.
Yeah, I can cover 9 holes of this anyway. Then I might go warm up. All right, we're back. Haven't gone anywhere, and
That was a fun match.
That was fun.
It was like we predicted. It was we're going after holeouts, and then we're trying to hold on to our shorts.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Scott Boyer made some mistakes early, but he fought back hard. I mean, another 3 or 4 holes.
That eagle on 15 was obviously gigantic. That was a great shot. It was a very awkward shot that he hit in there, but it worked great.
Yeah. I mean, that was a very creative shot, something he's
Yep.
clearly worked on.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And honestly, Chubby hit a hell of a shot in there with that Obird. It just, he ran that putt too long and lost another stroke. So now we have 2 silver players going. Ryan Tusky from Canada. He's just outside of Toronto. He will be playing Ryan Sparks out of Northern Kentucky, very close to Cincinnati, honestly. And we have 2 players that are playing on an iPad that do not normally play on an iPad. So both of these guys play on iPhone all the time. They knew that if they got this far, they would have to play on iPad. They're in the same exact situation that I'm in. So I will have a chance here in a minute to play for a championship.
Three phone players.
Three phone players made it to the end.
silver,
So yeah, but we'll see which one. Ryan Sparks has been practicing after our match earlier, which was quite ugly. Been practicing pretty much nonstop on the iPad. But I mean, what's an hour?
Whose
gonna do?
iPad?
Actually, it was Nelson Wade's.
Okay.
Muntz Beats. Yeah, he found how
we,
he likes to hold it. Had almost an anchor on his hand, so it wasn't shaking so much. And we'll see. We'll see. Ryan Tusky, I don't know how much he's practiced at all. Fly ride.
And we've got Tundra. I think I saw that, right? Joel
Tundra.
showed
Yep.
us.
Tundra's the course.
To be honest, very much like what we just talked about. There's a little bit more flipping on the front 9 in terms of scores that holes that can flip scores, but a whole lot of opportunities on the front, and then a lot of hold on to your shorts on the back.
I just saw the hole-in-one that Ryan's. I want to see it again. There it is. Look at this. This is what he hit against me in our match.
Good clean swipe.
Yeah, I'll take it easy.
Ryan Wilson, Verbal Kent leaving the facility, telling everyone goodbye. So, yeah, I'm glad I just got to see Ryan Sparks' hole out. The whole crowd went crazy that was watching, and I realized it was one of those deals where we talked about it a few minutes ago. It's like you hear the crowd go crazy. No, you didn't do anything. You thought, well, damn, I just lost a stroke. And you see it that way.
Golden Tee Arcade at the time, and I heard that was probably the loudest reaction of anything.
Just had the worst swing of all time in the A6.
All right, well, here we are on Tundra.
Let me tell you about pace, okay? You're going to see Ryan Sparks be done with 18 holes probably before Tusky's done with 9. That is probably what's going to happen. You've got a tail of a fast player and a tail of somebody that's slow anyway.
And playing on a new device.
So it's for those of you watching at home, first time you've seen a tournament, the whole thing is, it's Golden Tee Mobile. You can play on Android devices, Android phones, iPads, iPhones. Well, I play on my iPhone. Tony, you play on your iPad.
Yep.
I have always played on my iPhone. But every single player knows, if you're wondering, hey, why don't they just get to play on your phones? Well, the ratios of the screen look terrible if you have an iPhone playing against an iPad. So the screens don't look right for the stream that you're watching on YouTube. Do I know that if I get this far, I've got to play on an iPad? Yeah, that's just the price I pay.
Know it. Yep.
It's just the price I pay. And I like to play on my phone. You can play it anywhere. And others just like playing on iPad.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just a preference.
when GT Mobile first came out, 2019, I played on my phone because that's what it was on.
Mm-hmm.
And
Ryan Sparks holes out with the iPad. Holes out hole number 2.
I was going to say 5,500. Like, that's not.
Fly ride,
What
just
did
passed. He drove it to the face of the green and
Was
then
it
popped.
9 wood? That's my shot on it.
I don't think he hit a 9 wood.
I feel
he
like
had
the
a
9 wood
7
stays
iron.
really true for distance and good. But that was a great shot. Obviously, a lot on the line for the opportunity.
Ryan. Good shot.
Opportunity
Points.
to face Chad in the next round.
Yeah. I can't believe they're not nervous. They need to be.
I can see him shaking from here, Chad.
Fly Rye 87, Ryan Tusky. Toronto, Canada. Ryan Sparks. O. Henry. That's his son's name. And he is outside of northern Kentucky, right around the Cincinnati area.
So what Tusky's doing over here, that's what I would do. And from here, I would hit the 9-wood. Some people do a 4-iron or a 7-iron, but
I typically
I
do
feel
a
like
6.
the 9-wood feels real true. You just divide by 2. Like it's a 208, gets plenty of height. So in this case, I'd hit 31% 9-wood, and just if it goes in, it goes in. It's going to play a little bit more wind with that 9-wood as opposed to like a 4-iron or something, but that's what I'm doing. Good shot. Sparks right in the middle of this this island in the middle of the mountains.
This is a chance for us right here, Tony, to see what kind of swipe Tusky has. Because you have to hit this straight. And if you want a chance to make this, this is no different than a putt. You've got to hit this straight. If he hits it straight, has the right distance, he's got a chance at this.
Yeah, I mean, it's the left one is going to completely counteract the slight right on the 2-mile-per-hour wind. I think you just catch this dead straight, it goes in, as long as you got enough speed.
So he's at 40% there, add 5. I think if he hits a 7-iron, 45%, 46%, he's in.
Yeah.
46.
No,
I know you hit the 9-wood, but
yeah, so he's right at like 43% in my mind.
I think you need to be a little higher than that. Of course, you've won a world championship. I have not. He's going 46. He made that. He made that! Ryan Tusky matches holeouts. So Ryan Sparks, Ryan Tusky, both hole out 2. And now
On strange devices that they've never played.
I'm getting a little worried that they're holing out.
I can't imagine if you guys made me play on my phone how terrible I'd play. So
Oh, look at this.
Ooh, that's
Sparks,
the bounce.
great
That's the
shot
bounce.
points.
That's the bounce.
24,500.
I didn't see the wind on that, but that's the spot of that hill. If you need to bounce forward, that's where you hit it. But
And again, we talk about pace. Ryan Tusky plays a little slower than Ryan Sparks, so I would anticipate these players being wildly different holes as we're watching. Sparks will be on 13 or 14 before Ryan's probably on 9.
looks pretty decent. It's going to roll out left.
And then left and short.
Yeah.
Easy putt.
It's tough to be aggressive, tough to be too aggressive, but also you can run by and be in that, and then you'd ranger putt it from that snow. So
Let's see what Sparks
see.
does here.
This will be interesting. Like
I love a 3-iron sniper here. I know it sounds crazy.
if you're feeling
Actually, I
not
wouldn't.
confident, you're hitting a sniper. If you feel like you're cooking, you're hitting an orbit. In my mind.
Yeah, I'm not sure honestly a 3-iron sniper gets there. That's why I kind of changed my opinion. Here is Sparks, hole 6.
Probably 93. Ooh, it's just not going to pull up that hill all that much.
Yeah, it's a good shot though.
Yep. No, nothing wrong with that.
Tusky
He's one better.
is onto the landing area safely.
They're both one better. They don't know necessarily that the other is one better, but
I think a good idea of it.
You know you're one better, and you're like, I'm not going to go to. I'm not giving that stroke back.
Yep.
I'm going to keep it.
So far, I'm impressed. They're playing very well with these. Sparks, a little deep, but that's a nice shot. It's fine.
That's tough. The elevation on that hole, I feel like it's so similar to hole 3 with the downhill par 3, but it's not as much downhill.
It is not.
It messes with you.
It does. There's a lot of times I just think, man, just get it there far enough to land and let it run out, and it just doesn't run out, or it doesn't get there sometimes. It plays differently. And they look so similar.
And the backside of hole 7 is more dangerous than the backside of hole 3.
It really runs off, and there's trouble in the back of it. Yep, I agree. All right, so Sparks on hole 8 and Ryan Tusky on hole 4.
I love the aggressiveness of Sparks on this one. Again, if you're feeling a little shaky, you're hitting the sniper. If you're feeling a little confident, you're hitting that orbit. So he's feeling confident.
He must be. I think Ryan only knows one, and he's battle tested. He's played 1 million cabinet matches.
Yep.
Of course, Ryan plays arcade too. We're used to. That swipe was a little right, and now he's got a little trouble. That's probably a Ranger. Goodness, this is the first real test, and it's not. This is not going to break like a right 5 either. Got to give it an extra one.
Yeah. All right, so we got Tusky. The shot that Sparks got GSP on here. Looks like he's hitting the high loft driver.
That's what Sparks hit as well.
Sparks was hoping that it flew to the green. It did not. So we're going to see
Sparks, huge.
We'll see. You don't want to be left here. If you're left, yeah.
This
it's
is
not
left.
Gonna, it's going. It's bouncing left. Yeah. That bounce up does not happen.
But I mean, it didn't go all the way down. I mean, he still has a.
I'm not sure he can do chipper on this. I don't think he can, in my opinion.
Let me see that. Let me see. Let him turn. Let's see what this slope
More
looks
importantly,
like.
I mean, both are important, but we got, well, Sparks just cooking here. Feels confident about this shot on 9.
I don't blame him. He needs to play more wind. This is going to be way left.
That's fine.
This is going to be way left.
He's bailing.
Oh, jeez.
And
How'd that barely get there?
And a bit short.
Oh, my God. All right. That's a good front 9 for Ryan Sparks. He's going to take
Ryan
a break.
Sparks, done with 18.
Tusky hears you. Resets. All right. Let's see if he can get this chip here. I don't know. This feels like it bounces off and left.
I don't think it gets up high enough, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, the swipe was dead, right?
Oh, yeah, swipe is bad.
It's a nerve swipe. That's a swipe I
That'll
haven't been on a
happen.
device.
Yep, I know how that goes. All right, so depending on where this pin is on 10.
I think I'm going to step away here in a moment. I'm going to step away
Yeah, you
and
got
let
a
somebody
big
finish
match
this.
coming here pretty soon.
See if somebody else wants to call the action. Walter, you want to step in? I am going to step away, Tony.
All right, we got, hey, Chad stepping away. It's been great calling it with Chad. I'm sure he'll get an opportunity to call some later, but he's got to prepare for his silver championship match. So we're going to bring in Paco here, and we'll call the rest of this match in anticipation of Chad's silver championship here in a bit. So welcome to the stream.
Hey, thank you.
We've been talking smack about you this whole time. You didn't hear any of it. But
That's okay. What a day, huh? A lot of good matches.
there have been a lot of good matches. Even when players are playing bad, they're both playing bad, and so they've turned into good matches.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're here on Tundra. We got a battle of the Ryans here, and we got Fly Rye feeling like he probably needs to make up a stroke, and O. Henry feels like he's cooking. So
Yeah, he's moving along. He's already in hole 11. And Fly Rye only in hole 6.
yeah,
Wow. See what he does here. Oh. Big matchup coming up. Silver championship and gold championship, right?
yeah, we've got. I assume we'll just roll in the winner of this. Will play Chad for the silver championship, and then the winner of. So we got Matt Hansen winning the second place, third place game, and we'll play Riley.
For the Windy City Showdown championship.
Yeah, exactly. Should be awesome. All right, so we got. All right, let's look where we're at here. So Chad and I were talking about hole 7 a little bit. Like, it plays downhill, but not as much downhill as the other par 3, hole 3. Personally, I'd probably play in orbits on this just because it's not going to pull back that far. You can't get in too much trouble, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Again, personal preference. And
Some
then
others play sniper. You know, they don't want to mess with it. They take the birdie, they move on.
Yeah, no, exactly. So for Ryan, like we've talked about, Ryan feels like maybe he's down a stroke, maybe 2 strokes, and needs to
Playing
make
aggressive.
something happen. Yeah, that was a bail. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with, hey,
He's going to knock this.
you play aggressive on 12 holes, you bail on 6. Nothing wrong with that.
No? Fly Rye, a phone player. He's trying the iPad for the first time this
Both
weekend.
of these guys.
Yeah, both.
Good, and Chad.
And Chad,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what we're talking about. Like, the final 3 in silver are all phone players. They're going to have to play on the stream.
They have no choice to be playing on the stream.
Yeah. All right, this is a perfect look here for Sparks.
What would you do here? You do a little 3-iron?
This,
Yep,
I'm doing exactly what he's doing here.
Okay.
I'm hitting this at about, I don't know, 96%, letting it run at the hole. If it goes in, it goes in. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Over here on 8, we got Ryan Tusky.
Ooh, that's a tuck and pin on 8 right there. Is he going to bring it back on? Let's see what Ryan does. Oh, not quite. Again, a lot of people don't want to miss long on that hole because then you go over.
No, that's, you go from wanting a hole out and hoping it hits the hole, and all of a sudden you're like, oh.
You got to make a tough chip.
Now I might drop one or two.
Right.
For me, over here on the left, we got Sparks. I'm hitting a high loft driver, Maniacs, trying to get it down there as much as possible on the strip.
Yep. See what
Tusky
Ryan
on
does.
the right. He's being aggressive with the orbits. I like that. It's not going to pull back that much, so it's hard to be. You can't get yourself in too much danger there. Pretty decent swipe. You missed a little left, but
It should be fine.
no, he'll be fine. Yep.
Beautiful shot.
So the problem here that Sparks has, he's not going to let us talk about it. It's
No. Uphill. He's
Yeah, no,
not
it-
going to make
no,
it.
he's
You were about to say that.
it was a severe downslope, and that's going to take a ton of distance off. And you almost have to club up like twice just to make sure.
He was not on the fairway.
Right. That makes it even worse because you're already being low. You're already hitting it lower than normal because you're not on the fairway.
Now, Sparks, I saw it on a hole 9. He
barely.
hit a sniper. Barely clear, right?
Yeah. No,
what
I
he
think.
does.
I mean, obviously, I think the sniper is the right shot. But I was a little bit surprised how he barely cleared it.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
All right, huge shot on 15 over here for Sparks. Getting real precise with that with that tee placement.
Wow.
He's going grabber. I love it. It's a tough shot, but it's a great shot if he can pull it off. Yep, bounce through that. Oh, beautiful.
That's a beautiful. Stop.
Love it.
Oh.
Super good. I think that's the. Other than maybe Bouyer's eagle on 15 of Crawdad, that's probably the best shot that I've called so far today. That was a great shot. That was knowing it was a little bit dangerous, but being confident in what you were seeing and pulling the shot off. That was a great shot.
And it worked out great for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I might have played it with an orbit just to make sure.
Really? I've seen some people play that with the jab. That's very risky.
That seems a little dicey.
Yep.
But this is going to be interesting on the left here. Yeah.
What's the key here? What would you try to land in the little pad before you have
On
a
the
good?
pad, as far right as possible. It's tough with that wind to get too aggressive. At this point, oh man, this is just it's an F- setup. I'm probably playing roll on this.
Hoping that the ball will just
kinda
catch up. Yep.
Kind of roll up. I think he'll get on the green with a high loft driver Maniacs, but he's going to have a 80-foot putt.
Yeah.
And with that pin so close to the front, you could easily putt that off the front, and then do I lose
You're
2
again.
strokes?
Yeah.
So I think I'd probably use that's fine. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's not what you want. You wanted an eagle, but there's nothing wrong with a birdie there if you can get it.
Let's see what
All right.
Ryan does here.
So we got
Tusky.
He's missed that to the right. He's gonna have a chip. He's been a little bit twitchy on his chips, so.
Even with the Ranger, this chip can be a little tricky, right? You want to get over it. You want to make sure that you get plenty of room to go.
For me, I don't chip it with a Ranger or a sniper. I chip it with a Jav. It gets it on the ground and rolling and takes the wind out. Not that there's a huge wind problem here, but and we got Sparks already over here on hole 17.
He is moving along.
That is.
He's going sniper.
I want to make sure this
16.
gets there. Yep. All right.
He will. Oh,
It's
clutch.
I just wanted to make sure he didn't hit that at like.
and
98 or
Ryan
something.
with the clutch chip
Great-
also.
Great chip by Ryan there. Ooh, bottom side for Sparks there. This is a fun one. This is a fun one.
Swipe players versus the turn players has always been
All right.
the conversation. Let's see what he
we're
does.
we're gonna get about 6 holes worth of preview here, but super interesting setup. Like that pin is, again, if you feel like you're ahead in the match, that is not the setup you wanted to see on 18.
Does a 3 wood get there?
Here, I think this will get there, but
Okay.
he's gonna have a putt that he does not want to have.
No.
Like
Well,
there's no getting this within 40 feet for sure, probably 50.
see what kind of bounce it takes. Ooh. Let's see.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, that's not bad.
or 19.
Or 19. Wow, what a great round by Sparks here. Finishing
All right,
at
so Sparks finishes with 26. We've
26.
We've got Tusky.
He's at 11.
He's on 27 pace.
Mm-hmm.
So no, he's a stroke down in terms of on the same holes.
Yep. And Ryan dropping that shot on 16 also. I'm really curious to see what Fly Rye does.
So Fly Rye officially down the stroke, but
Yep.
hard to say with the difference. That was again not his best swipe, but
Is he getting there? No.
that was that a 4-iron? Because that's the beauty of the 4-iron is that it comes back. Even if your swipe sucks, which my swipe always sucks. That's why I play a lot of 4-irons. Is that it gets back to straight or pretty close to straight.
And again, what a treat for me to be doing this with you, learning the game, telling me exactly what you do in different situations. This is awesome. He's going to go sniper. Now with the 6-wood, that's a high loft club, right? It carries a lot.
The 11's going to push it a lot. Not only deep, but left.
Yeah.
I mean, that's certainly not enough wind that he's playing right now. He's got to play out past the S. He's got to move that line past the S if he wants to go straight.
You are the
He
master.
also-
You are
he
the
also-
master of using that top part of the screen, right?
I'm shocked that other people don't like. That's just what I do. Like,
Yeah.
I've always done it that way, and other people do clicks, and that's just. I don't count clicks. I've never counted more than 3 clicks in my life. He's playing safe here. I think that's what he's doing.
Exactly like we say, that's a high loft club. Let's see. Oh, it's going to stick in there just barely. Even an uphill putt. People tuning in here. Matt Kaminsky.
Yeah.
Big props. A lot of people have been joining the stream since Friday. Thank you for joining us. Definitely an exciting game, and the best is yet to come. Two championships.
We've got 2 championships coming, and should be awesome.
See what he does here.
Yeah, we still got a lot of match left here. We got Tuskies.
It's beautiful bounce.
No, I mean, for me, this isn't a great hole. Well, no, this is a good hole. This is a hole that I probably hole. Other than like a hole 1, I hole this out more than any other hole. Like it's just something about it kind of runs out for me. There's just I get a lot of hole outs on this hole, so this is definitely a great opportunity.
Even with the pin,
it's a little bit scary.
Yeah,
you gotta be a little bit scared of that.
You gotta make sure that you're doing the right math when you do that.
Yep. But if he does this at like, I don't know, I feel like 97%. I think it's gonna get there, 98 for sure, and give it a chance.
Let's see if he listens to you. Making sure that
it all depends on the swipe.
Yeah.
The swipes have not been very clean.
He's going 100. Oh, 97 actually. You're right. He listened to you. See what happens.
Oh. It's a good shot. Yeah, again, you're always kind of running at the hole. Anything that's running at the hole always has a lot better chance of. And that's why we play 2 irons and 3 irons and 4 irons, because it's running at the hole, gives it a chance to go in. You got to be a little bit careful. You don't want to go 15 yards long and give yourself a weird chip, but you give yourself a chance and go from there.
All right, he's going to try to do the same thing, right? Go on the little landing pad in the middle, between the snow.
I think it's scary. You don't want to end up right, and that's why Sparks ended up left, and he got himself in that weird spot. So you got, for me, like in my head, I'm just playing a little cut here. I mean, I could aim right, but in my head, I just cut it a little bit with a little.
I would do the same thing, yeah. That's exactly what he did. Let's see if he clears it.
It's going to be weird. He's going to have to play a Ranger. And you got a lot of things going in here. A lot of math happening right now. Way downhill. You got the wind.
You got the Ranger effect.
You're not. I mean, it's not going to stop once it hits the green. It's just a weird shot. You got to just. It's a little bit of hit and hope. It's a little bit of calculation, but there's no math here. There's no like, oh, take 10% off for this and blah. It's just you got.
I agree.
It's a feel. You're hitting sniper. I'd probably club up at least. I'd probably hit a 3-wood. Honestly,
I would do the same thing.
Oh, no, but it's got to be Ranger.
He's using Ranger.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that we probably would club up and use a sniper just so the ball can stay up in the green and take a putt.
Because a lot of times, well, the shot that we saw from Sparks, he was a lot low. He was below the hole. Here, you're on about the same elevation as the green. You just have the severe downslope that's going to tame down your distance, but it's a tough shot. Just a tough shot. So you got to just you're just guessing. I'd play more wind than that, but.
Yeah, that's going to go left. Gonna
He's
sit.
got a putt. He's got a putt.
Wow.
Honestly, if that was me, I'd take that. That's a great shot.
And it's a straight down.
Yeah.
That was a great shot. And you can just see exactly what we're talking about on the iPad, right? A little swipe.
Yep.
So he dropped another stroke. See what he does here.
All right, so he's got to play clean to tie Sparks. Sparks had a 26. He can go -7 the last 4.
But he's going to have to make 16.
Yeah, no, I mean depending on how you consider 16, but yes, he's got to be clean. So we saw Sparks play the grabber, which I loved on this. It's a great shot.
He's going jab, Tony.
Oh no!
I tell you, I've seen that before.
Walter, hold me. He's not. He's bailing.
You think so?
He thought that was for show.
He
He's
changed
like,
that
no,
game.
hey, I'm going to show these guys I'm going to play jab.